First for me, wait, before I let you taste. Anticipate, intriguing the vibe that you give me. Got my mind consumed with these nasty things. Tell me that you want it, baby, go back for it. Might put your name on it. I'ma turn you on, then I'ma turn you out. Drown you in my loving, boy, there won't be no drought. Know I drive you crazy, how I like to tease. Just be patient, baby, cause I aim to please.
Love me down, down, love me down, love me down, down, down. You know I can't sleep, baby, so come and lay with me, baby. All I want from you is to spend a month. Tell me no, wanna hold you close, so you can smell like me when you wake up in the morning. Want you to smell like me when you wake up and start your morning. I got on your favorite cologne, baby, you already know the door's open for you. Want you to smell like me when you wake up in the morning. Morning, baby. I love it when you call and you tell me, even though I'm not there, you smell me. It's like you're here on my pillow. That's what she says, and it feels so good. Baby girl, I do it on purpose, so you can think of me whenever you're working. Want you to smell like me when you wake up in the morning. Want you to smell like me. Want you to smell like me when you wake up and start your morning. That's all I want you to do. I got favorite cologne. Baby, you already know I wore that just for you. Want you to smell like me when you wake up in the morning. Morning, baby. Acqua di Gio, either one would make her kiss me. Tommy Bahama, Liquor Street. I put that on and have my way. Ever since we met, this part of what got her. I'ma keep it going, she puts me on top of the world. Because you're my girl, my girl. Want you to smell like me when you wake up in the morning. Want you to smell like, want you to smell like me when you wake up and start your morning. I got on your favorite cologne. Baby, you already know I wore that just for you. Want you to smell like me when you wake up in the morning. It's just me, baby. Me, baby. Tonight it's all about you. I'm in, sit down. Tonight it's going down. I've waited for so long to have you with my arms, love. Tonight I'm gonna give you what you've been waiting for, what your body deserves, yeah. Still on my mind days, anticipating when we run late, yeah. You calling my name, all in my mental, just wanna please you. Give me permission, love. Let me take control. I wanna love your body slow, like it when I touch you. Oh, it's through your head, it's going down, I swear. Going on and on and on. I'll be gentle, baby. Let me take control. Lights off.
But it happened.
It happened. It always happened to us. You know.
Internet that went down.
The devil is a lie. That's
the phone line is down too, by the way.
Damn, y'all can't call in and tell me how far.
Y'all can blog on Facebook if you want to, or hit up the YouTube, or go to www.thevibeonair.com.
You know, I look more like a pimp than I do a witch.
You like that pimp named Beelzebub.
I look like I got a whole bunch of O's in the closet.
I'm gorilla pimping.
You gorilla pimping. D said he was dressed up as me tonight, y'all, and I don't appreciate that because I am fine as wine. I don't know what he got going on, but I'm fine as wine.
But feel free to catch up with us. We got our guests in the building. They sitting waiting for us. They waited patiently.
Shout out to Damien and Chanel. They've been waiting patiently while we've been having these tech. What the hell is it? Did I mess it up?
It's Shonda Ray.
Shonda. And I said it's Shonda first, and then I said Chanel, so it's Shonda. Shannon, you ain't got it right either.
I did say it right.
You said Shannon.
You can't hear me.
You muffled in the mask.
Check it out. Yeah, I'm a little bit muffled. I'm gonna take this one off in a minute, cause but you know it's been crazy lately. We got it's Halloween.
Halloween.
I have some graphics on the screen and everything, but I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Cause all this crazy stuff went down, but
hey Ken.
It's Halloween. So,
it's Halloween, baby.
I wonder if I got some Halloween sounds.
I know, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's a reason why. I mean, I got the good news and good entertainment, but it's gonna be kind of wretched because I wasn't really prepared. I had some things going on while I was supposed to be preparing my news, so I'm just gonna wing it tonight. It's Halloween. Hello, what? I'm gonna wing it.
You can turn the speaker up a little bit.
Turn up a little bit.
Yeah, we turned up in a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my fans some booty. I'm gonna give y'all some booty while I turn this up. Hey, Spade, I see you nominated for a radio. Hell yeah, I'm nominated for Best Radio Personality.
Randomly talking.
Yes, I am. I'm nominated. And
Just randomly talking. We're going to do our segments real quick. We're going to do the Ratchet News, of course. We got the GOOD Good News Report. And, of course, I'm going to be doing some sport. First thing I want to talk about is this. You ain't going to turn it that loud. That's way too loud. Down. Yeah, there you go. Surprisingly, Obamacare will cost some people less next year. Okay. And guess who might have did it by accident?
Trump, stupid.
Trumpito.
So stupid. Hey, Derek.
By canceling certain payments to insurers, President Donald Trump triggered a sequence that not only pushed up Affordable Care Act premiums, but also raised the subsidies that many buyers, and I will get on my, I got my camera frozen, but many buyers get to pay the premiums. For some customers, this means a better deal. Despite the sharp rise of Obamacare premiums in 2018, a number of people in Ohio and elsewhere will wind up paying less, not more, and can even get richer health coverage, a gold level plan for less than they pay for a silver plan in 2017. Hey. And oddly, this happened under Donald Trump.
Now you know he
who
didn't
tried
mean
to weaken
do
the
that.
Affordable Care Act, but kicked off a financial sequence that will save some Americans some money.
He definitely ain't mean to do that.
He didn't mean to do it.
He ain't trying to help us at all.
He don't really care about us.
He don't really care about us.
But it's funny because he made a mistake. Now, if you're looking at the screen on the line and on Facebook, yes, I have a gorilla mask on. I look like Poison Ivy today.
You do not look like Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy is fine as wine, honey. I don't know where you get off thinking you look like me.
A gorilla with a cowboy hat on. But this is about to come off in a second because I can barely breathe. But let's jump into Poison segment. It's hot under here, man.
I bet it is. All that smoke out your mouth steaming up your face.
Oh, really?
Your nose gonna be wet when you take that mask up. Your nose gonna be wet.
Oh, man. This is rough under
Look
here.
at me. Let me see.
This is rough.
Look here. He don't look
It's
nothing
crazy.
like no damn Poison Ivy. You better go.
This is the Poison Ivy, man.
I'm a sexy queen.
Shout out to
bitch.
Felicia Lewis, Catherine Denille. We're going to play some of her music later
Kat.
on.
Shout out to Kat.
You know,
I love her.
I'm out here gorilla pimping.
Yeah, he gorilla pimping.
But we're going to hop into some news and entertainment from our one and only news and entertainment consultant. Her name is Poison Ivy, and it's called
GOOD. Ask me what I'm doing with this.
GOOD.
It's the Poison Ivy GOOD Good News Report.
Everything good. Everything good. Everything GOOD good. Everything
Ride this broom for y'all
Everything
later.
good. Everything GOOD good.
What's up, everybody? What? No. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Poison Ivy, with the good news and entertainment. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I am so unprepared because I was trick-or-treating before I got here. So, you know,
Really?
I was was supposed to be preparing myself, but other things happened. But I was on time though. That's good. I was more on time than I was last week.
So
These been a rough couple of weeks. But I do have a story that I want to tell, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have heard about this. But the guy's name, if I am not mistaken, because I'm not all the way prepared, but his name is Damian John. No, I'm sorry. Damian is in the building. I'm thinking about him.
You thinking about him?
His name crossed my head.
All right, this got to come on.
He in my peripheral.
For a little bit.
His name is David Johnson. And he was in the service. He and 3 other men died. The other men were white men, though he was a black man. And
that makes it better that they died.
No, what I'm saying is they can't find this man's body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they feel like Trump is not doing his job. Like, why aren't you trying to make sure that this woman has closure with her husband? She has not been able to view the body, so she doesn't know if her husband is really in his casket or not. You know, and I hate that I'm so unprepared because I ain't got more information. But that's a serious situation though, for your husband to be in the service and they give you a call and they tell you, oh, you know, your husband died. How do you even know he died if you have no body? And if you have the body, the wife should be able to view the body. So she has to go on for the rest of her life not knowing if her husband is really in that casket. And I think that is disgusting on our president's half, because he made a nasty, nasty statement or comment towards her. Like, our president is an asshole. And I didn't want to dedicate my segment to him because I try not to give Trump any energy, but that's some effed up
stuff.
Yes, it really is. Like, I mean, seriously, the woman should be able to view her husband's body. That's what lead me to believe that maybe he ain't in there.
Yeah, he probably.
And supposedly he didn't.
Where was it at? Where he was?
I want to say, see, I don't want to say something and it's not facts because I didn't really do
your
my
job.
homework.
Okay, I get you.
Damien might be able to help me out on this when he come in, but I think that the 3 white men were not found where the black man was. Is that correct? Or he was found, or like something like that. I'm gonna wait till you come in. But yeah, that's messed up that this lady has to mourn over her husband. CNN, and it was a black Republican on there, and he was like, Trump, please, like, give this woman some closure. He like, I'm a Republican, and I want you to give this woman some closure. So I just think that's terrible. We have a jackass in office.
Yes,
that's what we have. We have a jackass in office.
Yeah.
Nah, you know, that was like my main story.
Was that it?
That was the main one.
Is that all you got?
But you know that I'm into reality TV.
Okay.
And I was watching the Black Ink Crew.
Okay.
And the girl on there, her name is Lily. She has 2 sisters in Mexico, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, and her father was killed in the whole Mexican violence thing that they got going on. Yeah, the cartel. So she really wants to bring her sisters over here, and she stated on national TV, because of this whole stupid ass law that Trump got going on, she can't bring her sisters over here to be protected. And I just think, I want to say this, and I'm going to say it because it's Halloween and I took a shot. Somebody need to assassinate our president. Wow. I ain't going to say it again. I'm just going to say it one time and I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to say it again.
Wow.
But he's terrible. Look at what who put him in office?
Wow.
Who did that? Like, seriously, who did that? Your damn wife is foreign.
Damn.
I don't understand why you putting all these walls up and stopping the immigrants from coming over here. It's driving me crazy. It really is. It's driving me crazy. Kill Trump.
You said the A word.
Kill him. I'm sorry. Kill him. Kill him dead.
You want him to get some.
I want. And I ain't talking about vodka. Kill our president. And Poison Ivy said it. And anybody want to reprimand me for saying that? Come on with it. He's a dickhead. Our president is a dickhead. And I'm just like overwhelmed with all of the things that keep coming up about him. I just want to end my news with that, cause I'm sick of Donald Trump. I'm not even gonna call him our president. I'm gonna call him number 45. That's what. And what is the other one?
Trumpito.
I can't deal I can't deal. Happy goddamn Halloween, okay? Cause he really is something to be. I can't even get. That's all I can give Trump. Trump. This is what I got for you. I can't with our president. I can't. And I never really try to give him energy on the show. I don't talk about Trump. I don't get into the whole politics. But it pissed me off that you built this damn wall and that you got this whole immigrant law where people can't bring their family over here to get away from the BS, and that woman can't see her dead husband's body.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you need to go straight to hell for that, Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump, you punk.
Yeah, I can't deal with
Donald
Trump.
Punk.
You know, I'm pissed off and I need another shot because I can't deal with our so-called ass president. He gonna have me cussing on the show, and we don't cuss on this show.
We about to keep it moving.
This a family.
For the
This
CIA
a
be running up in
family
here.
show.
Yeah, the CIA running up here.
They can run up in here and,
No, they can't.
assassinate Trump.
And on that
flat
note,
out.
wow. I gotta do the ratchet news in disguise.
Yeah. I hate him. I hate him.
The ratchet nose.
Okay. Today in Ratchet News. Today in Ratchet News.
What?
I gotta read it on my phone because I can't see. First of all, y'all know O.J. Simpson free. Everybody know that. The juice is free.
I had a dream about OJ last night.
Ooh.
It wasn't nothing nasty.
She had a dream.
It's
Okay,
a-
this mask is messed up. But O.J. Simpson is free. He got released actually on the 1st of October.
Okay.
And you know, everybody want to know O.J. news. It ain't really ratchet. But the former football legend O.J. Simpson became a free man again Sunday, October 1st, after serving 9 years for a botched hotel room heist in Las Vegas that brought the conviction and prison time he avoided in killing his ex-wife and her friend. I ain't saying he killed her. That's whoever wrote the story. But, Simpson was released at 12:08 p.m. on the 1st from Lovelock Correction Center in Northern Nevada State Prison. Spokesperson Brooke Keese told the Associated Press, she said she did not know the driver who met Simpson upon his release and didn't know where Simpson was immediately headed to in the first hours of his freedom. I don't have any information on where he's going.
Where you think he was going?
Nobody don't care. He's free. He can do what he want to do.
Think you ain't go smoke some weed?
Everybody worried him where he going. Who cares?
You ain't go smoke some weed.
Said the dead of night release of the prisoner about 90 miles east of Reno, Nevada, was conducted to avoid media attention. Yeah, he got enough attention. The man is 70-year-old now, man. Leave him alone. He gains his freedom after being granted parole at a hearing on July 8th. Unlike the last time he went free 22 years ago, he will face restrictions, up to 5 years of parole supervision, and he's unlikely to escape public scrutiny as the man who morphed his charismatic football hero, movie, and TV star personality into a suspected killer and convicted armed robber.
So do you think OJ did it?
Nah, I don't think he did it. I don't,
You don't think he
I
did
truthfully
it?
don't care. I don't give a
OJ
damn.
did it.
Just leave the man alone, man.
OJ
That's the
did it,
juice. That's the
but he
juice.
got off.
That's the juice. Leave the juice alone. I
OJ
like it.
did it. Hey, HB.
It's a lot of killers out here.
I'm one of them.
But OJ, he free, man. So we gonna stop talking about that. In ratchet news, though,
Yeah.
10-year-old Cleveland boy
Oh my God.
takes the police on a
High-speed
high-speed
chase.
chase.
I didn't even know.
Drives
I
to
didn't even
Milan
know.
from Cleveland. Leads the troopers on a 45-mile chase, the police say.
Oh my God.
10-year-old boy.
For a 10-year-old, that's pretty fast.
that topped 100 miles per hour.
Oh, good.
The boy took his mother's car about 9 a.m. and drove from Headley Avenue as his sister was getting ready to take him to school, according to the Cleveland police. He was first spotted by Westlake police as he drove on Interstate 90 west. Westlake police said. Two drivers who called 911 told Westlake police it looked like the boy's mother was chasing her child as they drove in separate cars on the highway.
Wow.
Both said the boy was speeding, swerving, and nearly ran a couple other cars off the road, according to 911 calls. Westlake officers chased him through Lorain and Erie counties. He was rolling.
Yeah, they was
Reaching
rolling.
speeds of 96 miles per hour, according to Westlake police.
Who taught this little 10-year-old how to
I
drive?
don't know.
You know, YouTube teaching our kids a lot of stuff now.
Westlake police pulled back after the boy entered the Ohio Turnpike. State troopers picked up the chase, which topped stopped 100 miles per hour, according to the highway patrolman Richard Reeder. At one point, a trooper pulled up next to the boy and motioned him to stop. The boy shook his head and sped up.
Oh my.
Troopers put spike strips on the road, but the boy drove into a ditch and avoided the trap.
These
He
kids
continued
is
driving
gangster.
in the ditch for about a half a mile until the trooper bumped his car. The boy hit a road sign and eventually stopped. The boy kicked and spit on the trooper after he was arrested. Damn.
Those were, you know what?
I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Let me tell you something. Those were some good cops because they'd have been shot him.
No, they saw it was a little boy.
They shot little 12-year-old Tamir, and for a fake gun. So why not shoot him? I shout out to them cops for not killing that little boy. Was he black or white?
All I know is this: that little boy should have.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Was he black or white?
It didn't say.
Yeah, he probably was white.
It didn't say. But
Cause you steal my car and you my son, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
he took the car with him.
You gonna get your little ass
He
whooped.
skirted on him.
Skirt your ass whooped.
Also, in ratchet news, man, the police is crazy out here. The Summit Metro Park Rangers involved. It's one ranger involved in an altercation with an elderly couple has been fired. Officials saying, "I need to take my mask off for this."
Woo. Yeah.
Your nose wet.
Ranger Jeremy Axner, 33, was placed on paid administrative leave as officials reviewed the September 27 incident. He was fired Wednesday, Summit Metro Park's executive director Lisa King said in a statement. Officials determined Axner violated park ranger procedures, exceeded in his authority, and used excessive force in the incident. What he did, man, he got into a violent altercation with a 71-year-old woman and a 72-year-old man.
Why?
They was initially charged with resisting arrest, obstruction of official business, aggravated menacing, and failure to comply, but King requested these charges be dropped. The charges were dismissed on October 2nd. Akron Municipal Court shows on the record. Axner was hired as a Summit Metro policeman or Metro Park Ranger April 2014. So he got into a violent altercation and handcuffed and arrested this old lady and this old man and all this stuff.
Ain't nothing a 70-year-old
What you gonna do?
Woman or man could do for you to arrest.
He got tough on him.
Ain't no way. That osteoporosis ain't no way. That's crazy.
Yo, former Ranger Axner, you get slapped.
Sit your dumb ass down.
What's your problem, bruh? I can't believe that.
Oh my God. Leave our elders alone. Let them be. They've been on this world.
You fought an old white couple
for 70-something years. Leave them alone.
72, 71.
They set in their ways. Leave them alone.
Yeah, you just want to jump on some old folks.
Right. Jump on somebody young. Do that. And get your ass whooped.
Let's go here real quick.
He could
Go all the way.
95 yards, 38.
No. Browns fans are excited.
Why?
In the United Kingdom for Week 8 trip against the Minnesota Vikings. On Week 8, of course, we play in London, in England, across the pond, as they say.
The pond.
And the Cleveland Browns brought two strangers together in one of England's rural pubs. 13 years later, the pair will travel to London together when their favorite American football team tries to pick up its first win Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings. The quote says, "It just so happens we're both Cleveland Browns fans, and we met in a tiny pub in a tiny village in the middle of nowhere," says Howard Clegg about his first meeting with Gareth Hubbard, two English dudes. The tale is not a joke, but a true story on how a Browns backer club in the United Kingdom originated. Shout out to the Browns backers all over the planet. This weekend, Browns and NFL fans are expected to travel to Twickenham Stadium in London to see the Browns play the Vikings as part of the NFL International Series kickoff is at 9:30 a.m. The Browns are one of 10 NFL teams featured in this series. So that's going to be pretty dope. I can't wait to see that. You know, hopefully we get that win.
Maybe we'll win
Poison about to hate as she always do.
I'm just saying, maybe we'll win overseas because we don't win a damn thing over here. They should play golf.
Your sister don't win.
My sister
until
always
she with
win.
me.
My sister is a winner, okay?
Sister's a whiner.
My sister's a
Stop throwing your balls at me.
Give me my ball back.
Nope. LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers, just some good news. some good historical news. LeBron James passes Zydrunas Ilgauskas for the most games in Cavaliers history.
Hey.
And he ain't even been as long as Z was, but LeBron James already passed him. LeBron James passed Zydrunas Ilgauskas Tuesday night as the Cavs' all-time leader with 772 games played.
That boy good.
James is in his 11th season with the Cavaliers and 15th overall. He passed Zydrunas Ilgauskas when the ball went into air for the Cavs' 5th game this season against the Brooklyn Nets, which we lost terribly to. James is already the franchise all-time leader in points, assists, steals, and defensive rebounds. Ilgauskas led James in total rebounds. Ilgauskas is also the franchise leader in blocks, while James is 4th. Wow, I didn't know that about Z. That's dope, though. Cavaliers' 2 starting guards in albatross for J.R. Smith and Dwayne Wade. Cavaliers guard J.R. Smith squeezes the ball as he waits to be photographed. Well, I don't care about that. What I want to talk about is what my man Tyronn Lue said about the Cavs, and it's what's going to happen if they don't make these changes, because Tyronn Lue ain't playing with them.
Now, who team is he on?
The coach.
Oh,
the coach of the Cavs.
Right,
the boss.
Right. The boss.
And the boss.
The boss.
17 is an ugly number for the Cavaliers. Brooklyn Nets became the 3rd consecutive team to make 17 three-pointers on the Cavaliers in their win 112-107.
That's a lot.
When the Electric Magic did it to the Cavs, it was 114-93 on Saturday. Coach Tyronn Lue said the Magic played faster. When the Bulls did it, and it was a 119-112 win for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Lue was upset at the Cavs show and slow and soft closeouts, which means how much room a defender gives a three-point shooter. So they should have been playing up on them. The problem was addressed twice, and then the Nets did this to them. What's Lue supposed to say now? He's hinting at changes. This is what he had to say. Showing them, keep preaching it, says Lue. Keep showing them, and if guys continue not to do it, then we've got to make some changes. It seemed Lue was threatening to make a lineup change if the three-point floodgate stays open, though he could also have meant changing defensive schemes. I think you need to just be a bully. You a coach. Boss up.
Boss up,
Boss
Lou.
up.
Boss
Coach.
up, Lou.
You the boss.
My damn boss.
And that's it for the sports and everything. Poison Ivy, we did our thing. We're going to play some quick music because we got our guests in the building and they've been waiting patiently. We appreciate
Shout out
them.
to Damien. What is it? What's her name? Say her name correctly because you screwed it all up.
What'd you call her?
I call her Chanel, but it's Shannon.
It's what?
No? I said
Shannon.
what?
It's not Shannon.
You know her name.
I do. She calling you Shannon, not me.
You know what?
She keep calling you Shannon.
I look really bad right now calling you the wrong name.
Her name's Shonda.
Shonda.
Nope.
See, I was close.
I know.
with
I know what it is. I just because it's
Don't
on my
play
phone
with me.
right now, so I already know how to read. I'm just messing with her because I know she gonna keep messing it up. But it's all right.
Shout out to my girl
Shannon,
Sandra
Shonda,
in the building.
and Shawana in the building. All of them in one person. and then we got my man Dub ex-general Damian Parker in the building.
Baby got an easy name.
And we gonna be back in a little bit. We gonna play some music from Kat Daniil, and then we gonna hop into to a little bit of Tanisha Salary. It's the vibe on air, late as ever, but we still here. Hopefully we can get this crap together. One day we'll get this crap together.
Yeah.
This crap, this decoded piece of crap.
You need to stop effing up people's names.
You need to stop effing up the air with your breath. We're gonna hop right here and then hop into some music.
You or you love need to be freed. Call Mr. Deeds. With immediate response, 24-hour bail bond service for misdemeanor or felony charges, Mr. Deeds is ready. Serving all courts in all counties with affordable bail bond service.
Mr. Deeds is who you need to be free.
You or
such an enigma, more like a figment to my imagination, but you're all too dangerous. It's on the edge, and that's where you'll find me, holding your hand, ready and willing to jump. Cause you said that we're gonna fly. Can't worry about what's down below, cause your loving gets me so high. I know this must sound crazy, and none of this makes sense, but I just don't know what else to do. I just love you. I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. I love you, I love you. I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. I love you, I love you. Your demons, I'll fight them. Your wrongs, yeah, I'll right them. I'll go down to hell just to get you back. You know I got your back like that. I'll go into heaven and plead your case. Wash your sins away. That's what I'll do, cause I love you just the way you are. 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 I love you. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I do.
Oh baby, won't you come a little closer to me? I've got something I've got to tell ya, boy. I think you are just what I need. Boy, you got me spinning. My mind is going in circles. I don't know what's come over me. Something about your love. There's something about your there's something about the way you move. Baby, 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 baby. Got me going up my mind. I can't tell if it's wrong or right. Each other, oh, things seem like they're supposed to be. Oh, this love right here, so easy, and it's unbreakable. Boy, you got me spinning, my mind is going in circles. I don't know what's come over me. Something about your love. There's something about your there's something about the way you move. Baby, baby, baby. I can't tell if it's wrong or right. I love it, I love it. Boy, you know you got me on a natural high. You look so
Yeah. The vibe on there, Mr. D's Open Mic King, Poison Ivy. She feeling herself today.
I know, because I'm all rich.
All she be talking about is taking
I'm about to
shots.
cuss.
Don't cuss.
I did.
Don't cuss. Don't be cussing this Mickey Ficky. When you gotta say words like Mickey Ficky, sound real stupid.
Mickey.
When you normally say what the word is.
We got our guests now. We about to turn it.
Yes, we have them, and I would like to introduce them if you don't mind. Don't hit me with the ball. There's beer on the counter. I don't want to hurt myself. Crazy. But in the studio, we have our guest.
Can you get her name right?
Chandra Ray. Chandra. Because you got to say Andra. If you don't say Chandra, she can correct you. And we got Damien Dub X Parker.
Yes.
I don't know if he like to be called Dub X General. That's what's on his Instagram, but you know, I ain't got your mic on yet. My fault. I thought I did have it on though, but now you can talk. I did. On the thing, on everything else, it was Dub X General. I put Dub X General. I left the out. But see, yeah, don't correct me. But give it up for Damien Parker, aka Dub X, the Gingerol, and
the what?
Gingerol,
the
and
Gingerol,
and Chandra Ray. The fake audience love them. Fake audience love them. So, what brings you to the studio, guys? How's it going? Did somebody invite you?
I did.
Who told you guys to come? Nah, we're gonna start from the left and go to the right. So, Chandra Ray.
All right.
Chandra Ray, one of the Cleveland's very talented singer.
Yes.
Oh my God, I hate watching her sing sometimes.
Cause you be mad, cause you be trying to get on her level.
No, I just, she just be singing her ass off and make you just want to be like, sing so. Let me.
Hey,
She be singing though, but I was talking earlier, and I told her I was going to tell her the story of how we met, and and she was excited about me telling this part of the story.
Very.
But I used to host Kings of Queens, the livest open mic ever built, a Wednesday Night Live, and
oh my God.
and a lot of singers came through and everything, and she was coming up there to sing, but I didn't know it, and I was on stage doing my normal thing. At the time, I was drinking heavily. Imagine that.
You still drink heavily.
And she was walking up there with a couple of her friends, and I guess I got on the mic and saw him walking. I said, "What did I say?"
It's so funny because I think I disliked you for many years.
Yeah, so you never came back.
I never came back. So you were definitely hosting, and we were coming to actually support a friend.
Was it a feature night?
It probably was a feature night.
Okay.
It was a few years back. And if anybody knows me, knows that I keep bundles on deck.
Inches.
And so me and a couple of my girlfriends walked in, and it was just so happened to be a wonderful table that was available for us in the front.
Right in the front.
Right in the front. And there's no shame in my game. So we walked up there, and we were excited to get the show started. And then Mr. D's here.
Said something real stupid, didn't he?
He said, "Oh, look, everybody, it's the Unbelievable."
You know what?
And the thing is that no, it was okay. It was okay. I wasn't offended.
So disrespectful.
I wasn't offended. None of us were offended. It was cool. The issue was
I kept going.
He kept going throughout the show, not just for that moment. It was throughout the show.
Girl, I would have never came to this show.
Wait, there's more. So I think after the show, one of my friends felt compelled to, just kind of talk to him. I'm like, no, don't talk to him because, whatever. And what's so funny is when me and my girlfriends go out, obviously I'm 5'1", I'm really short. And so people never expect me to be the
feisty one.
The feisty one. And I am definitely 100% feisty. Feisty. So, she was like, I just don't appreciate you. And, obviously he said he was drinking heavily. So he was like, I don't know.
Oh, he going to blame it on the alcohol.
I don't know what you talking about. And so I pushed her out the way. I said, well, sir. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And so we're here today, and it's a good day, and we're buddies now, and we've put that behind us. And you know what? I could be an unbelievable for today.
Deez, you such an asshole.
It was a while ago. That's when, I had to just, push the envelope a little bit. But
No, you did not.
I usually did.
He was riding us hard.
I usually ride somebody at night, but
I can't do.
And it was my fault because I missed out on you singing up there. And
Well, I'm glad you are here tonight, Hunty.
So,
despite of the
I'm
pumpkin.
excited to be here.
Yeah.
So tell us about what you got going on right now in your life.
Oh, I mean, so many things. I'm currently working on a project right now. I've actually done a couple of collabs with John Winfrey, Kenny Bell, Earl Minor, just to name a few. All Cleveland's own. It's really exciting.
Those are all my sons.
But yeah, just really excited. Just out here doing my thing, just trying to really get people to understand who Chandra Ray is, and me as an artist, and just kind of my background and things that I've just gone through, and not just your typical artist who just came up and was like, hey, I want to sing. I mean,
right.
I've been doing this for a long time. I mean, born and raised in Cleveland, went to School of Arts, went to Kentucky State University, studied classical music.
Okay.
I'm just ready to show who I am.
And you're a little bitty something with the long hair.
Yeah.
And your voice, though, is like gigantic.
Thank you.
I mean, you be belting out some notes.
You got to do what you got to do.
Now, I see you all the time at Sunday up at Swerve. Shout out to Tone. And, you up there with the free agents with Russell Thompson.
Yes.
And y'all be putting on the show. You took, I think Von James was used to do it. And, you came in there, stepped in, and it's like a whole nother beast.
It's a different situation. But, shout out to Von James. She's amazing.
Shout out to Von James.
She's absolutely amazing. And I honestly just, hope to, make a name, just as great as she is. A lot of people.
I just
she's
recently saw her perform. She made me cry.
Yeah, she's really good. She's really good.
amazing.
So shout out to her.
Another one of my ex-employees.
Boy, man.
No, I'm just saying, I dealt with greatness.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that, what I'm trying to embark on this type of situation, especially singing with the free agent band with Russell Thompson, is to just kind of put my own kind of spin and twist on it. It's not to really kind of mimic anything, but just kind of put my own spin into it.
And it's definitely your own twist. I mean, I said, you go up there and just be, and you up there with some clowns. You got EJ back there.
Listen,
oh my God, you got EJ.
I do, but me and EJ go
girl, they set the station
back,
off
way back. Me and EJ are really great friends, and it's actually kind of a joy, and it actually makes the environment a little bit more comfortable.
That's cool.
And then you got James Black backing you up there too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, amazing singer, amazing musician. Everybody is amazing.
Yeah, that's a dope band.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all do numbers up there.
So when did you start? Singing?
I actually, what's so incredible about this story is that the piano player Robert Crawford is actually my minister of music, so I go to church with him.
Shout out to Robert.
Okay.
And he was just like, listen, do you want to sing a couple of nights? Just a friendly gesture. I was like, sure, why not? Mm-hmm. We're very close. We work very closely, especially when we go to church together. I'm very heavily in my church. I sing a lot there. And he was like, come and sing a couple of numbers. I'm like, sure. And we've always been very supportive of each other in terms of artistry. And I was like, sure, I'll come out there and sing. And that's kind of how that married together. And
so you really don't have a preference whether it's gospel or it's
I really
secular,
don't. I'm a lover of music, regardless. I'm a lover of music.
That was a good word, Poison. Secular.
I'm a smart mother effer.
Secular is good, but I mean, I'm just a lover of music overall. Like I said, I sing classical music, so I mean, if I can go from Mozart to Aretha Franklin, so be it.
So you just do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
Absolutely.
That's sweet.
Let's move over to Mr. Dub X General here, General. Damian Parker. What's going on, bruh?
What's happening?
You're a big dude, right?
He came in strapped.
You came in here strapped up.
He came in strapped.
You got enough guns on you already. You got guns on your shirt.
He
was
gun on ready.
Your hip. You look like one of them dudes that used to be in the army and then still be like, you ever see how they always portray the army dudes on movies and stuff? They always wear the hat and had you look like the dude from American Sniper, but
tell
black.
us about that hat though. It says Puerto Rico, so what's up with that? You represent Puerto Rico. What's up with that?
No, my godson got me this. when we
Yeah.
went to Puerto Rico.
Sometimes it's just a hat poison.
Just a hat. I thought it was something special. I mean, it's special.
I ain't a
'cause Godson
cowboy.
got it. Put that damn hat down.
I don't look like.
Put that hat down.
I don't think I'm a cowboy.
The regular, like, the hats that everybody does.
You just do what you do.
I like these.
That's sweet.
Sun out your eyes, you can shoot good.
Okay. So listen, I brought you on here because not because your video went viral. I never saw that. But I was online in the news feed and I saw that the police was effing with you. The Euclid police. You live in Euclid, correct?
Yeah.
And you said that they were following you and I saw you get out and like talk to this policeman like a grown ass man. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to stop following me. So I was so interested in that. And then I heard you say when you got back in your car that, y'all think I'm doing this for, views or whatever because I went viral. So I didn't know anything about that. I was just so interested in that scene that I saw. So tell me about that. What was going on with that?
It kind of ties into that other video that went viral because
So-
the video that went viral was me talking to the chief of police in Euclid and the mayor.
And so what was that about?
Long story short, the police killed Luke Stewart in March,
Mhm.
and in August they beat up a guy named Richard Hubbard.
Okay. Right.
2 different officers for both those situations, and the beating kind of made everything boil over, and it kind of brought back the whole situation with the Stewart family who contacted me after that. Because I did a video before that, walking into the police station. What the hell is going on? This got to stop.
Right.
Somebody needs to tell me something. And we had a city council meeting, and they were supposed to let everybody talk. They started kicking people out. Black Lives Matter was there, and they started, protesting, and they started kicking everybody out. Well, we kind of anticipated it was going to be some BS going on, so I had members of my Reaper team with me. We were about 10, I think maybe 10 of us. And when they kicked everybody out or started kicking everybody out of the inside, they rolled in riot police.
Oh,
So we kind
wow.
of formed a barrier between the citizens of Euclid and the riot police. And basically it was, if you want to get to them, you got to go through us.
That's sweet.
So
That's sweet.
I tried to keep the conversation cool, and I tried to get the situation to, go the peaceful route. So I kept.
You didn't want it
them,
to escalate,
Right.
So I kept telling them like, "Hey, get your chief. Your chief wants to talk to me. Trust me, he wants to talk to me. Because if you think you're going to get to those folks behind us, you got another.
It's a
thing
wrap,
coming."
right?
So the chief eventually came out. Myself and Jocelyn Smith, who was the cousin of Luke Stewart, addressed them. And since then, it's been a
Fiasco.
very interesting set of events.
So tell me about the day that I saw.
The day that you saw,
Yeah.
I went to go and get breakfast.
That's it?
And on my way
Are you
back-
serious, Davey?
I kid you not. I went to get breakfast.
That was funny.
And on the way back, this guy follows me into the parking lot. Now, you have to remember that the night that we staged the first, I guess you could call it a protest, they followed me. 2 cars followed me home then. And I approached one of the officers then, and he ended up driving off. But this day I pull in, and then there's a video that I shot before that where I pull into this side of the parking lot to get ready to park, and he pulls into that side, turns his car around, drives off. So I'm recording him. So then when I go back outside, I take breakfast upstairs and I come back outside, and he pulls up in front of my car again. So I got out. When I got out, my gun was still on my hip. So I got out and I'm like, what can I help you?
Right,
whatever.
right.
And he's like, yeah, well, I wanted to let you know I wasn't following you, but I
I
went
heard
right
all
to your
that.
Facebook
Yeah,
page.
yeah.
And it's like, you weren't following me, but you went right
You-
to my
He wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't following you.
But the cop
But
was
did he?
so...
Well, why was he so suspected?
But
he just
here's the thing,
assumed
though.
that you
Here's-
thought he was following him.
Here's the thing, though, is supposedly, and I still have yet to get this evidence, but supposedly there was evidence that this guy just happened to be going in the same direction I was going because Cleveland called and said that there was a stolen car that might have been in that parking lot. I was told there was evidence. I still haven't seen it.
Right.
So after that, my Facebook Live on my regular page gets banned. my page as of right now is banned. I can't access it for.
Because I
like
told
another
you I
5
was
or
trying
6
to
days.
message you, and I messaged you 3 times.
Yeah, so,
and it didn't go through.
Yeah, so they banned my live, then they banned my page, then they released my page before they banned it again recently, and I got a call the same day of our fundraiser, which was October 12th.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call that morning. Guy tells me, "Hey, can I speak to Damien?" I'm like, "Yeah, speaking. Who's calling?" "Oh, this is Agent so and so from the Cleveland division of the FBI."
Doom, doom, doom.
I'm like,
Right.
So basically, they asked me to turn myself in to be questioned.
Hey.
Well, supposedly, I don't know how up you guys are on this, but there is a new term that's being used called Black Identity Extremist. And it's supposed to encompass black men and women with a violent outlook towards police.
Wow.
So that's what it was that I was reported to be, meaning they thought that I was going to organize some type of attack on the city hall or the police department.
Pretty much they trying to mark you like they did the Panthers.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, so Damien.
But hold on, let me ask a question because we going into some current stuff. This is what I want to know. We got to go to the beginning. Tell us about you and what you're doing now.
That's what I want to know.
What got you to the stage where you at now?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we got to go to the beginning and bring you up to date.
What is it that
I know you said you used to rap and everything, but
listen,
break it down.
I'd be here for days telling you guys everything that it is that I've done.
Just summarize.
I didn't go to school here. I grew up in West Virginia. I grew up in a place where you could walk down the hallway and be called the N-word 4 times before you get to your next class.
That's West Virginia.
Last high school I went to was 4 floors high and a half mile long.
Wow.
And we had four different assistant principals, and one of them was a very proud member of the Klan.
Wow.
We had a shop teacher named Mr. Bowman who would hand out leaflets for the Klan to recruit. And they allowed him to do this at school. So when people say stuff about how racism has had this surge in recent years, it's BS. It hasn't. Racism has always been at the same level. It's just easier to access now because everybody has a camera.
And then you're so intelligent. I saw the way. I mean, I watched the whole video. And you talking to that police like you got black men that don't really know how to use the vernacular with them. You know what I'm saying? But you were like so like you were like on it. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have him on the show. Like you on it.
Don't understand. People think that there is a time like me. I'm a gun guy and I like to fight. So I mean, I don't mind punching a hole through you if I have to. But then I also know that there's a time and place for that.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is you take the system that it is as it is, and you use it the way it's meant to be used.
Flip it on their
Folks
ass.
are supposed to, or they believe that folks are scared of that system. That's the reason why when I get all these questions like, well, you weren't scared that they were going to try to shoot you.
At all. He was not. He was not.
Listen, first of all, I was standing in front of him with level 3A plus armor.
Yeah.
And that'll stop 7.62 at 15 feet.
Yeah.
So a 40 cal or 9 mil ain't gonna do nothing. I'm not worried about that. Second of all, you're not gonna do anything because the only way that you could take something that I said as a threat is if you intended on hurting myself or the people standing behind me.
Yeah, I'm like,
my exact words are, if you think that I'm gonna sit here and be a target, me, my family,
That's
or
what he
anybody
said.
around me is
That's
gonna
what
be
he
a
said.
target for you. You got another thing coming because I carry and I probably shoot better than they do.
And that's the thing. You already know the rules. You already know the regulations. You got so many black men that don't know that. Like if more of our black men knew what you knew, then we would be a unity.
But with with that though, all it is just about reading. You can go Google stuff and find out stuff. It's just the fact that most people don't want to take the time. People like to assume things more, and if they assume it, they think that's what it's supposed to be instead of trying to really find out.
You get people that I saw a guy pulled over at the gas station at 55th at 55th and Superior, and the police pulled up on him, and he's screaming, "You can't stop me unless you got probable cause." But his car smelled like weed.
Yeah, that's probable cause.
Right.
So
right.
It's like, bro, you have to understand how this works.
Yeah.
There are people that I know they carry and they smoke weed. I say, you know, if they catch you with that in the car,
then
and
you're going to
have your
jail.
gun, you're going to jail, and and you'll never be able to carry again.
Well, I got a license though, dog.
I
got a license.
I heard that cop say to Damien, he had his hands in his little bulletproof vest like this, and he was like, you know, I'm just trying to get to know you. I'm just trying to be your friend.
Yeah, that's a ploy they use.
Yeah,
though.
you know what I'm saying. He was on this level, and Damien was on this level, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
But
you know what I'm saying.
What scares people is when you're not,
and when you have knowledge. Yeah.
Let's talk about your organizations here, because you mentioned some names, but I want to get back into the beginning part before we go more into what you're doing now, because we want to know you, and we just we know the stuff you've done, but what got you into where you at?
I'm not an activist. I'm just a guy who got tired of seeing stuff the way it was and said, all right,
just jumped in.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I hate. Like, I hate the activist label.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for me. I as far as things that it is that I've done and what kind of got me here and the stuff that it is that I run, I've been doing different things for a while now. I don't know if you guys kept up with the news, but probably April and May, you heard a lot about the Gloves Not Guns program. That was us. We raised money to take kids with two gyms that we had, Old School Iron Gym on the west side and DNA Level C Boxing on the east.
Okay.
And we paid for a year of training and all of their training equipment and things like that. We are putting together right now the First Team International nonprofit, and then I run Reaper Team. Also, we are trying to get Mayor Jackson to kind of come to the table with us the same way that Zach Reed did. We need $1.4 million to fund something I'm calling Project Warzone.
Okay.
What that is a family entertainment and gaming center. The same stuff that you see 30, 45 minutes outside the city, like at Swings and Things or Fun and Stuff, or Scene 75, which is a ripoff of my idea from 2008. But all of that,
he out here trying to throw some.
No. All facts though. Score took my idea and sold it to them. So whatever. But we want that in the city. We want it accessible by bus, right? I want to be able to hire all part-time staff. I want it to be all high school students.
Okay.
And I want to be able to offer them bonuses if they keep their schedules and their grades.
That's sweet.
So it'll be built entirely for indoor gaming with outdoor expansions for good weather. So that means instead of being in operation for 4 or 5 months at a stretch like these other places, it'll be in operation year round. And we tried to approach Mayor Jackson about to get him to divert that $2.4 million for that dirt bike track that only 6% of Clevelanders will use,
right,
to this, which is 60 to 63%, I think the number said, of Clevelanders will use. Wow. It costs half as much. You'll get way more use. It'll be open longer, and it serves the public. What people don't understand is that dirt bike track is a trap, because people aren't going to, these kids aren't going to tow these bikes and quads to this track. They're going to ride them there. What do you think happens when they ride them there?
Right.
They get ticketed. They go to jail. Bikes and quads are taken. It's a money trap.
Yeah.
And I want to pause right there real quick, because I want to take a quick pause for the calls real quick. We want to come back and talk to you more, because I want to find out more about Reaper Team, and I want to definitely find out about this project, because I'm a bondsman and a bounty hunter, and I'm a gun enthusiast myself, and I strap up every now and then. But I gotta play this song from this girl named Chandra Ray with the inches. I gotta play this Better. It's called Better.
Yes.
It's the rough mix though, they say. And then that's what it say on here, rough mix. But I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna play a little bit of let's see, who can I play?
Can you play City? Because I missed it last time. City from he from Cleveland, but he in Jersey right now. City.
No. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this Sometime Away.
Hey,
this is the hottest radio show on the internet when it's working.
Yeah, we get right. Right, we getting real deep tonight. I like this.
This ain't deep.
No, this is deep. This is about the issues in Cleveland. It's deep.
I wish I could hit the crickets buzzer right now. But we'll be right back. It's the Vibe on Air. Mr. D's, Open Mic King, Poison, Ivy. We'll be right back. We're going to play some music for you. We're going to talk more to Damien. We're going to talk more to Chandra. It's Halloween. And I got a monkey on my back. It's the Vibe on Air.
You should have thought about what you said to me. You promised me you would never leave. How do you feel now that the joke's on me? Pity. Don't say you're sorry, 'cause I won't believe you. You're sorry, don't matter, 'cause you broke my heart into two. Good for you and her. Throw this caution to the wind, 'cause I know that in the end that I'm better without you. Better without you. Without you. 'Cause my heart won't allow no more broken promises. Better without you. Could it be I wasn't good enough for you? Although I sacrificed and gave everything to prove to you, but it didn't mean a thing. Couldn't even get a ring. Silly me. It took a while to figure out that it wouldn't be the same. I should have noticed when you called me by your name, but it's cool, good for you and her. Throw this caution to the wind, 'cause I know that in the end that I'm better without you. Better without you. Better without my heart without you. 'Cause my heart won't allow no more broken promises. Better without you. Better, yeah. Better without you. No matter what they say, I'll always love you in spite of all the pain. Baby, I'm sorry to say goodbye. No more tears will I cry. And now you know the reason why. Better without you. Better without you. Without you. 'Cause my heart won't allow no more broken promises. Better without you. Better without you. Better without you. Without you. 'Cause my heart won't allow no more broken promises.
You don't know what I go through. You only know what I show you. You don't know what I go through. You only know what I show you. I need some time away. I need some time away. I need some time away from all this negative energy. I need some time away, been through a lot and ain't no healing me. I need some time away, get away, far away. I gotta clear my mind. Seem like they love it when you down and you off your grind. Guess they wanna see me fail, and for that reason I'ma cause hell. Straight out the mud, ain't no time to waste. I gotta get it. My family depend on me. Without them I ain't living. It's not a question, everything is given. Praying to God that I never see another prison, cause I've been in and out of jail. I know the feeling when you don't get mad. So I had to make a difference, had to take my shoes in time. I got tired of me tripping. You don't know what I go through. You only know what I show you. You don't know what I go through. You only know what I show you. I need some time away. I need some time away. I need some time away from all this negative energy. I need some time away, been through a lot and ain't no healing me. I need some time away from all this madness. When they ain't around, I hear they talk about me badly. It's okay. I never let it bother me, cause ain't nothing stopping me from succeeding. As long as I'm breathing, they can say whatever. I just let them talk, cause my mama taught me better. Holding down my own, staying focused more than ever. Time to pick the pieces up and put that puzzle back together. Cause lately I've been losing myself, just thinking about things. Living for the day, who knows what tomorrow brings. But I'm prepared for whatever I need to get away, so I can get my thoughts together. You don't know what I go through. You only know what I show you. You don't know what I go through. You only know what I show you. I need some time away. I need some time away. I need some time away from all this negative energy. I need some time away, been through a lot and ain't no healing me. I need some time away. I need some time away.
Boom, 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 boom. I know everybody in here is kind of cold, but if Poison's talking enough, he'll get warm. Her breath.
So disrespectful.
Her breath.
You is so disrespectful.
Her breath.
Shut the hell up, dude.
It's on fire up in here. Her words is hot. She's on fire. It's the vibe on air. Mr. D's over my king. Poison Ivy the witch.
Whatever.
And it's Halloween. It's Halloween
with this.
Trick or treat. We ain't tricking though, and I ain't into treating.
You better be treated.
Come with us if you want.
You better be treated.
I don't know. We about. I think next week we gonna start doing the shots. Every time I play that song.
I'm about to take a shot right now.
Good for you. Don't drink up all my Jameson. And we here with our guest, Chandra Ray. Chandra Ray. And Damian Parker. And we was talking during the break, you know, we was talking about guns and everything, you know, like I said, I'm a you know, I do some bounty hunting here and there when I have to. And you know, he's a gun enthusiast too, and you know, he used to, you know, do some mixed martial arts. He was in the military. What branch of the military was you in, brother? Army, okay. They was all right, you know. Marines, you know. My father was a Marine, so I'm more partial to Marines, you know. You
so
know.
do you eat crayons too?
Oh, wow. My daddy did, man. Don't talk about no. Just play.
Listen, man. Like I was saying that because
do they eat crayons?
Air Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying that all the time. Like we if we wore the uniform, we can take off on each other all day. But you let somebody ain't never wore a pair of dog tags try it,
Ain't gonna happen.
It's over with.
But you know, I gotta talk to you about the eating crayons thing because my daddy didn't eat crayons. So I'm gonna need for you to
Sit your dumb ass down.
Don't you make Damien sit down.
Just watch your tone.
Don't you do that to
Watch your
Damien.
tone. Watch your tone. I need for you to pump your.
That's crazy.
But Chandra Ray. Chandra. Oh, you gotta add the extra Andra in there. It's CHANDRA. Chandra.
Well, first of all,
It actually does spell Chandra.
so it does spell Chandra because phonetically,
Yes.
HAND.
That means
hand.
it's phonetically for the people who don't know English.
I know. So
You
what's
have
your
to-
nickname? What they family?
That is
call
her
you?
nickname.
What your family, your girls call
You
you?
can call me Shan.
They call you Shan.
You can call
See
me.
I
there?
called her Inches.
He called me Inches or Unbelievable.
Unbelievable,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
but
disrespectful.
we gonna get past the
You so
unbelievable though.
disrespectful.
You know, I've gotten past it. That shows growth. You would have
Yes.
caught me like 10 years ago.
I like
Now-
Shan. Shan is easy.
We just
Shan is
played your
easy.
song.
Yes.
Better.
It's
Yes.
beautiful.
And this said
by
rough
her.
mix. It wasn't that rough. It was great.
Thank
It
you.
It was a
great.
dope mix.
Thank you.
I was confused at the bass at the beginning because I was thinking like it was playing low because I thought I heard people in the background, but you know, I'm just dumb. But but I do have a question for you.
Go ahead.
It was long as hell. Why?
You know,
Cause see, on that
sometimes
old
people
school.
need it.
No, it was dope though. I mean, it was vibing.
Our
Even
ring
y'all
song was
heard it,
4
and
minutes,
I
5
told y'all I was
minutes
playing two
long.
songs, and the song was so long. I was like, oh, at the end, y'all have to start putting your heads out. I was like, no, we got another song.
Back
so
in the
sorry.
day,
Like,
they
this a long
songs was
break.
5 minutes
You know-
long.
No, but it's a dope song.
Exactly.
Tell-
yes.
Tell us about the feeling behind it when you wrote it. Who wrote it? Did you write it? Who?
I did write it.
Okay.
Wow. It's really interesting because
Who did this to you?
Who did this to me? Okay, so come with me. I know the way. No,
Come
I'm just
with
playing.
me. I know the way.
Go with
you-
me if you want to live.
I was in a relationship
I think I've been in one
with
of
a
those.
college sweetheart.
Been to college.
And we were together for 4 years.
I did that.
And,
No,
you
you
know,
didn't.
I was just kind of one of those chicks like, oh, I got it in the bag. I've been in, you know, holding you down for 4
About to
years.
ring it up.
Okay.
Go ahead and ring it up.
Right.
Just make sure my nails is done and I did my
right.
makeup nice that day.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. You know? And it turned out that it didn't work out.
Okay. It
we're-
didn't work out for you.
Yeah, we're still friends. To this point, but it takes a long time to kind of get there. You know, and to be
I don't know where that sound just came out of my nose. Kind of snorted one. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But basically, it was just kind of just writing from the heart and just trying to. I guess you can say it was therapeutic in that moment to try to get over that because now said ex has a son.
Oh.
And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow.
How long ago he'd been ex though? How long was that?
A year.
It's been just a year. Okay. And now he got a son, and you kind of reminiscing over.
No, not really.
But that's what's so crazy is listen.
What's up? What's up, Damien?
I have to pick an ex story that kind of like goes like that. When she was saying like the whole having a kid thing. Okay, so my ex that I was with for 6 years.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I find out on the anniversary of her and I losing our kid that she was pregnant with her kid by this guy that she just married.
Wow.
I almost wanted to make a funny sound on that, but I don't think that's funny.
Don't you make no funny
That's not
sound
funny.
on it.
No, so you understand.
So,
like
yeah,
it's kind of like the thing is that we weren't together, so it wasn't like something that
But
was directly
still,
shot
though,
at
Shan,
me.
but still.
But that's just like.
However, and I mean, maybe some of the viewers can attest to that, but it's just kind of like it's like really,
That's messed up.
when
though.
you have in your mind that this is how your life is going to go, which is so
Girl,
interesting. I really don't want to.
I want to know what love is.
Exactly. I really don't want to get too spiritual with this, but
No,
it's just kind of like
go wherever you need
the
to
interesting
go, baby.
thing is that what God has planned for our lives, and what we
I gotta
have
what we
download
planned
an
for our
amen
lives.
we
sound
yes,
effect.
what we think and what God
We
has.
think that we have it
Yeah.
all together,
But
but really that's not in God's
It's like
plan.
I was
And it
married.
wasn't.
I was with her for 6 years. We were married for another 6 years. You know, we got divorced and everything. And we had talked about
helped her
doing so
raise
much
her
of this stuff, and then we
kids.
got separated. And then we had talked about getting bikes, and then she got a bike.
It's like that wasn't your idea. It's kind of like a petty thing, like a first grader thing. Like, if I'm not your friend,
but you know what? You know what, Shan? I said the same thing. Because it's like three different guys that I grew up with. And I'm like, damn, you know, I thought I had a life with
And
this
she's my
one.
Facebook friend, too.
Shut up. I thought I had a life with
I'm talking
this
about my
one.
ex, not you.
I know who you're talking about. And I thought I had a life with this
She
one. But they
watching
all grew up to do their own different things.
Yo,
And
bike
I was like so down and so loyal like to all of them.
Well,
thinking that, you know what I'm saying, it was gonna go somewhere with all of them, but they, you know.
You went down.
Well, I when I was a soldier,
yeah,
I tried to do the.
How long were you a soldier, Damien?
01 to 03.
01 to 03.
So here's the thing. This is the reason why. Now I'm gonna get off the relationship thing because sometimes it makes me angry.
We don't want that, people.
Hey, we don't want that.
You don't like it when he's angry.
You know how, like a lot of women say, you know, they have this thing where, well, if a guy would just, you know, do the stuff that a man is supposed to do, then I would be a perfect counterpart for him and all of this. So this is what I did.
Your dumb ass down.
What woman says
this is what I
that?
did.
All of them.
I've heard this so much.
All of them.
This is what
That's
I
why I
did.
put the sit your dumb ass down, because they
gonna
need to
be
sit their
honest
dumb
with
ass
you.
down.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Beforehand, before I went to the Army, I wasn't a bad dude. I was fighting a lot, but you know, I was kind of wild. You know what I mean? So I got this girl, and she, you know, kind of, you know, had my back through some stuff, and I'm like, all right, so since I'm going to be a soldier, I'm gonna do you right. You know, you've been there. I proposed to her downtown.
She the one.
You know, I got married to this girl like in the middle of recon school. Recon school was 4 months long. On family day, it's like dead in the center. We got married on family day. God told me not to marry her.
And
Real
you married
talk,
her
and
anyway.
I married her anyway. I'm talking about it started hailing when I first grabbed this girl's hand out of the light.
Oh,
sky.
God damn it.
So I married her.
Oh, yeah.
My mom said, I'm not coming to the wedding.
Wow.
That's what you should have known.
Damn.
All this girl is going to do is go down to Texas, get pregnant, and spend up all your money.
Wow.
Did she do that?
Got down to Texas.
Got
spent
pregnant.
Got pregnant.
all my money. But before
Damn.
before I found out about her being pregnant, you know, like sometimes you get this little thing in the back of your head that tells you stuff. So I never went home on lunch. So something's like, go home on lunch.
Oh, my God.
I drive home.
Oh, my God, Daddy.
As I'm pulling up,
Oh, my God.
the neighbor is coming out of my door going into
Stop
his.
it.
Oh, God.
Stop it.
So that story ended getting pistol whipped and,
Stop it.
and things going
Damien.
real south. Yeah, so that kind of took away my faith in
Oh, my God. So, no, you
He
know.
rolled over him like,
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Now you know when situations like that happen, it makes you hard to love a really good woman.
Yeah,
And they're out
that's
there.
the thing, though.
They're
like,
definitely
They
out
out
there.
there.
That's the reason why I said with the situation with the woman that I was with for 6 years, I kind of like, you know, I can't say anything bad about her. She was not. I mean, we both had some growing to do.
Yeah.
You know, but she was a really good woman, and I think kind of what it is that happened with me is like after being married that time, and it was like I kind of felt like as soon as I marry her, she gonna start being that same type. I'm not doing it.
Don't manifest that, Damien.
Yeah, and I've learned that now.
Yeah.
But at that point, I hadn't. And then it kind of makes me mad because, like, why do women, some of y'all do some stuff that makes me, like when she, listen, like when I found out she was with this guy, she tells me stuff like, you know, he doesn't do some of the stuff that you do. Like, he doesn't show up at
Put
my
your
job.
dumb ass down.
Tell her to sit
Listen,
her dumb ass
listen.
down.
Or just bring me like flowers and candy for nothing, or run my bath water.
But what type of crazy fool is that? You know, I think it's just really crazy how, you know, good women and good men can't seem to find one another.
That's what I'm talking about.
because it's not meant to
man.
find one another. Because if you find a good woman and you're a good man, it's gonna be just it's gonna
That would
explode,
be
implode the world.
amazing, Sam. That would be amazing.
Because I feel like there are women who appreciate certain.
I think it's time to break this monotony and change it up a little bit, because it's time to play America's favorite game. What does it mean? What does it mean?
What
It's
does
America's
it
game
mean? What does
where
it mean?
the two of you have to define properly ghetto ass slang.
What does it mean?
And you cannot use slang
What does
to
it
define
mean?
slang.
What
I
does
can't use
it
slang to
mean?
define slang.
What does
define
it
slang.
mean?
Let's get it.
Let's go play.
I
What
think they
does it
I
mean?
think they
I'm
perfect for
ready.
this, D's. I think they both gonna do very well.
We gonna see.
Listen, you didn't caught the right
Now,
line.
here's the
I think
rules.
they gonna do it well.
Hey, these are the rules. If you answer the question wrong, you get the wrong buzzer.
Okay.
If you answer the question correctly, you get the correct bing.
Yay.
And of course, you will be timed. Are you ready to play?
What does it
What does it mean?
What does
And we're going to start from left to right.
All right.
You ready? Shan.
Chandra.
Keep
Chandra.
It's
Chandra.
Shan.
Kalunda.
Motherfucker.
Are you ready?
No,
It's better than unbelievable. Let's keep moving.
Let's go.
You still stuck on that, huh?
Anything is
Listen,
better
it's
than
all
that.
love.
It was almost like 8 years ago. Let it
She
go.
remember it because
It's
it
all
was some
love.
BS.
It's all love.
It's all right, though, Tia Marie.
Ooh, minus the alcohol.
Come on,
Minus
Shan,
the body
let's
weight.
go.
Tia Marie was big.
Not okay.
He's
Shout
She
out
was,
Tierra
she was
Marie.
big
still
on TV.
fried.
I had to get a bigger TV to watch that show.
He's still fried.
So wrong. So
All right,
wrong.
but Miss Ray, your word.
My word is
What, dude?
Slay. I give you an easy one.
slay. Slay basically represents just being on the top of your game for everything that you do. So
No, that's just the end. That's just the end. She got that.
Oh, I'm about to say.
She got that.
Can I finish this?
There you
Thank
go.
you.
You don't tell me if she got that.
She did.
I
she
tell
didn't know
her
if
if
that
she
was
has
the
it.
buzzer,
Listen,
whether
that was
she
the-
got it or
that
not,
was
or whether it
correct.
was the end.
You're on
Shush!
your game.
That's the end buzzer.
I gave
She
you
got
correct
it.
answer. Shush.
Thank you.
Good looking, Shane.
Dub X the General.
Come on, Dub. Why you rolling that eyeball?
2 X's. The General.
Uh-huh.
That's what Dub X means, I think. Your word is beat.
Beat could mean a couple of different things. It could mean ugly, and it also could mean makeup that was done really well.
He got that. He got that.
That was good.
Yeah.
Very
I'm
good.
proud
Very
of
good.
you.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm very
Very
proud
good.
of you.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm
She
very
said,
proud.
Very proud of you. Yeah.
Chandra Ray.
Come on, Shane.
Chandra.
Get her name
Kalunda.
right. Shane.
Kalunda. What is this?
Shane.
Just doing it on purpose.
He all, he,
I pretty
no,
much
he
am.
F up everybody's name. He
Your
do
word.
Mm-hmm.
Your word.
that. Come on,
Your
Shane.
word.
I'm so nervous.
Savage.
Savage.
Savage basically means that you just say everything that everybody else is thinking, which could be very mean. But you don't mean that.
I don't think so.
savage?
That's not savage.
What is savage, dude?
That is
savage?
savage. That's not savage.
That's savage.
We
I'm going to
it
give
the
Dub
dub.
X the
We gonna
General a
give it the
chance to
dub.
answer that question.
We're
Feel
going to give it the dub.
That's okay. Go ahead. Figure it out. boy.
Heartless.
savage. Just don't care.
Don't care.
You ain't repeating what everybody else say.
No.
If I'm
I
a savage,
said,
I'm
I didn't
just
say
out here,
repeat.
son.
I said everybody else said
You say what you
everybody
want to
else
say.
is
You're doing what
thinking.
you want to do. I'm a
Yeah.
savage.
Listen,
Ah!
if somebody stank and everybody knows that somebody stank and you're the only one like you stank, that's savage.
That's not savage. That's
That's
petty.
savage.
That's petty. That's petty. I'm not.
You stank.
You keep
That
it
ain't
real.
savage. Savage is going and washing his ass for. You grabbing him it's like nigga. You
You bring your little
I just see you got me
stinking-
cussing
bring your
on
little
myself.
stinking ass over here.
Yeah, you grab him and
Let
just
me watch
we
your
gonna throw
ass.
some. We gonna throw a whole bunch of soap powder on you.
I'm gonna watch your ass.
All right, we're gonna bring it back to Chandra since she missed the last
I
word,
missed it.
and it could be from any time period the slang comes from. Just so you know,
Lord. Oh,
your word.
my word.
Skirt, skirt.
What?
How are you supposed to define?
You gonna run out of time, shit.
I'm running. I'm out of here. 2000. Oh,
No, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Nope, that was right.
That was
She
right.
Audi 2000.
That is correct though. You were
That
correct.
is right. She
You
got
out.
that right.
But
Please don't do
you
that.
get the wrong buzzer because why? You can't define slang.
She got it right. She said she's running out of time. She pearling
No,
out.
I give it to you because you it was close.
She got it right.
You was close. I give it to you.
Thank you.
Dub
I really
X the
appreciate
general.
Let's go.
Your word is dab.
Damn.
Good one.
Job well done. Very good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
What is it, dude?
I can't get into that.
It's just this.
No, I mean I know what it was.
That's
I
what
thought
all you had to do
said-
is this.
No. I thought you were asking why people did that.
No, just define what dab is.
Oh, I thought you were.
All you had to do
That's
for the
great.
people in the audience is this.
See, I'm tripping. I thought
Dab.
you were asking why people did it.
No, you got to define what the word is. It's
Hey, look.
To the side.
Leave me alone.
To the side.
the last word for each of you.
Oh.
Starting with Kalinda Ray.
Kalinda.
Who?
Kalinda.
Kalinda.
It's gonna be a different name every time.
Kalinda.
Here you go, Shaskaniqua.
Who the hell is
People, it's
Kalinda
Chandra.
Ray?
It's not hard. It's Chandra.
Shan.
Shan.
Damn,
You
D.
can call me Shan.
Your word
My word.
is Gucci.
Gucci.
It's all good.
That's what's up. She got that on
How dare you
GP.
define it without saying slang?
What you
Without
mean?
saying slang,
She got that.
that everything is perfectly okay.
Yes, she got that. She got that in the bag.
Because I mean, if I ask you, was it all good? You got to define that too. Like, you can't use slang to define slang.
Gucci
so
mean
sorry.
it's all good.
It means
That's
Flat
slang.
out.
All
But
good
it-
is slang,
it
stupid.
technically is slang, boo. It's okay.
Why don't you
everything
click your
is
heels and go
perfectly
back to
okay.
Africa?
Shut the hell up. She got that.
Talking
Ain't
to
nobody
her.
think about
See,
him.
listen, I'm see. This is the newfound relationship.
Saying ain't
since
nobody
we've
think
been
about
friends.
him. You got it.
She love me.
Since we've been friends
Next.
now, it's new.
Damien
Dub
next.
X, the lieutenant's upper person.
The upper room.
Wow.
The person above the lieutenant. Unless it's lieutenant major. So I guess never mind. Your word. Your word
Oh my gosh.
is Earl.
Vomit.
Yes! We're like, please get this right. Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
I'd like to thank you guys for playing.
Tell them what they
Another
mean.
round. What does it mean? What does it mean?
And what do they win, these? What do they win?
The guests on the show today win a prize of getting a chance to sit here and talk to my ass. That's all you will get.
That's all you get. That's
The
all
game
you
is
get.
now
over.
Game over.
That's awesome.
Did y'all have fun?
We did.
Yeah.
Great,
That's
good.
it.
Glad to hear it. So, Michelle Ray.
Where did the M come from?
It don't matter. It don't matter. I'll call you what I want to call you. As long as I don't call you broke.
Then I tell you he's gonna mess your name up, girl.
Terribly.
But look, okay, so you a singer and everything, and like I said, you got a strong voice. Now the song was dope,
Thank you.
but they got to hear it.
Oh,
Yes.
do they?
They have to hear it. So you got to, hit them with something. You got to
my.
with that.
Do you do
And you
want-
got to hit
you
that
want me to
yell. You do.
start?
You got to hit that.
You want me to start?
Okay.
I'm gonna
What
start.
Poison want to sing.
I'm gonna start.
Everybody.
Shan,
Everybody.
I'm gonna start, and I swear to
I'm
God,
over
these
here
don't
looking,
play
you know,
with
I
me.
gotta get comfortable for this. It's me
These
right
do
here.
not play with me. Let me get it started.
I'm gonna hold this.
Hold the
What are we
eyeball.
singing?
I'ma hold
What shall I
Don't.
sing?
She's gonna start first.
Wait
I didn't do that.
for me.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm
I
gonna move
just
up that
made
screen too.
love to you, but now you can go.
That was
See, if I would have, that was Morris Day, and if he would have let me do it all the way through, you would have
that
really
was
heard
Morris
it.
Night.
I hate you. I hate you.
All right, what you gonna do, Chandra?
Come
Oh,
on, Shan.
gosh. Let's do just a small rendition of "Somewhere Over the Rainbow."
Come
That's
on,
kind of
baby.
like my
Wait,
go-to.
let me
Okay,
get
well,
my phone.
let's go.
My phone about
It's like
dead.
my. Let's just do like a small rendition of that.
I
That
gotta
seems to
get
be
you,
easy.
No,
Okay,
Shan,
great.
wait.
It's acapella, you know that, right?
Wait,
Ain't got no
It
music.
is. I'm actually okay with that.
Let me
Okay,
get
go.
her, cause
Is everyone ready?
We ready?
I'm almost ready, Shan.
Everybody trying to get their live up so they can do
Cause
it.
I
The
got-
only
You know it's
thing-
live on Facebook now, but I'm
Listen,
just saying.
Here we go. I'm scared now.
All right.
Come
Here
on,
we
baby.
Go.
Somewhere over the rainbow, heard of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow.
Come on, Shan.
Skies are blue. Those who dare to dream know that dreams really do come true.
That shit is amazing. Girl, you ain't got no more. Girl. That was amazing shit.
I'm gonna tell you something that I didn't think
Woo!
used to be true until I got older.
What's that?
They say that like the things that you grow up around are the things that you look for, like
Yeah.
from your parents and everything. So my mother sings.
Oh, does she?
My mother has led so many different things around here.
That's
from
awesome.
from Black Nativity, several seasons at Caramel House to the North Coast Men's Choir. She led a show with them. So I have a profound weakness for women that sing.
Man, oh my God.
She taking dog. No, just loud.
Shit. You ain't got nothing else.
But no.
I'm
Oh
chilling.
my God.
No, here's what I'm about to do though.
God,
Here's what's about to
shit.
happen. You gotta hit that like you be at
Shan,
up at
I
Swerve.
need
You need to
something
bust that out.
else. Shan, please.
I mean, what? I mean,
Just like if you
Shit.
when you
You
get the
know
crowd
what I
going,
asked
that you know what you
you
be
know
doing.
what I asked,
When you be in the
listen,
mic.
you gotta be
You know
there
what
for
I
the
asked,
crowd.
Shan?
You
I
gotta
asked
be
for
there.
the shower
We here right
song.
now. Hit
The
it.
shower
Give
song.
me the shower song.
What
Give
is
me
the shower song?
The song
What
you,
the fuck?
that's her thing that she tell
Hold
people
on,
to do.
let me
The
let me ask my sister-in-law.
Song you sing
Sis,
in
what's
the
the
shower.
shower song?
What's the shower song, sis?
Listen, I love her, y'all. She's important.
Tell
What's
her
the
to
shower
come.
song,
Bring
sis?
your ass in here, sister. What is the shower song?
What's the shower
What's the song that y'all do at Swerve?
Everybody say
At the
shout
end?
out to the
No,
baby.
with the
She's
one,
expecting the
the
baby.
Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
What's the
Earth,
shower
Wind,
song?
and Fire.
Which one is it?
Are you sure it's Earth, Wind,
No,
and
I
Fire?
don't think it's Earth, Wind, and
wanna
Fire.
hear that
I think it's a
shower
Shaka
song.
Khan song.
That's at the end. I'm not talking about the one at the end. It's the one y'all do in the middle.
I want to hear the one when you get your ass in the shower with
When
the
you,
Rufus
it's
ones
and
you get to sing.
Listen, it can be different things.
What's the one
But
when
I need you to
with
do-
that water?
she
What's
just
the one when
yelling
you
for
put
no
that water
reason. She
on
just
you?
yelling.
Listen, that's okay.
She hollering.
That's all right.
But hit it.
Listen. Ooh.
Yeah, come on,
put on the
Shan.
spot.
Come on,
Let's go.
Shan.
Let's
We
go.
got people watching,
Let's
Shan.
go.
I got people watching.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What do the people want to hear? Are they
They
saying
want to hear
something?
that shower
Let's see.
song.
No, I can't sing.
They
What they
want
wanna
to hear that
hear?
one that you know you do.
What's the name of the list of songs you do up at Swerve?
Listen, I do Sweet Thing by Shaka Khan.
Right.
I do Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
Okay.
That can require a little bit of a shout.
What else?
What's
Oh
on
my
your
gosh.
heart? What's on your heart, Shan? What's on your heart?
Listen, wow. Okay.
Here she go.
Hey, Keith. Hey, Al. Hey, JC. She about
Listen,
to sing it.
let's see. Listen. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. Yeah. Well, think twice. That's my only advice. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Who do you think you are? Come on, Deeds. Hey, ha ha ha. Bless your soul. Yes, Deeds.
Yes.
Yeah, you really think you're in control? Oh, that made me crazy.
Yes.
Does that make her crazy?
Makes me crazy. Yeah, that make me crazy.
Crazy.
Yes, Deeds.
Come
in
on,
the
baby.
key.
Possibly.
Yes, sir. Give it up to Deeds. He's
Yes.
got the key and everything. Tone deaf where?
Does it make me
Tone deaf where?
Tone deaf where? Nowhere.
Yes.
Listen, thanks, guys.
That was dope.
I love
See
y'all.
now he gonna be outside your house. he gonna he got the connects to find you and everything.
Yes.
Listen, he's a protector.
Mm-hmm.
He's a protector.
We gonna talk because we might have to do some business.
I'm only gonna be out there to make sure
Damien
nobody
said
messes
finding
up.
you is what I
Ooh.
do. Yes. Yes.
Now you be up there with EJ, and EJ will get up there, and be standing up on the drums and playing everything.
He's very
now,
talented.
he always say the same song every week. This is a man's world.
He sings it very well.
Yeah, but you know, you ever heard of the hook he usually put on it? Like he do it at Medusa. I can't have sex or get drugs with you tonight because I got church in the morning.
Well, no, I think that's probably a mashup of Have You Ever Heard?
No, that's a real life story for him.
Yeah. Come on. No, BJ's a Chicago kid has a song talking about she wants to have.
Oh, he did. You know, he did tell me
That's
that.
a BJ
Yeah.
and
She wants to have sex and do drugs at the night, but I got to go to church in the morning.
The song is called Church in the Morning.
Yeah, he told me that. There was
BJ's
a
the
BJ, the
Chicago
Chicago
kid.
kid.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah,
He's
he's dope.
amazing.
He's dope. He's dope. So, you know, normally I would sing too, but you know.
You did a wonderful job.
Sharon, you have a beautiful voice,
You do though.
baby.
Thank
but
you.
I'm gonna try this song because you know I'm a karaoke person.
Please don't sing It's
And
So Funny.
It's not the song ain't even called It's So Funny. It's
God
called
damn
One
it.
Woman Man.
Well, please don't
The
sing
song
It's
start
So
off. It's so funny running into you.
Yes.
But
had to be
3 years since we last seen each other.
Sing these.
Many flashbacks come to mind.
Oh,
but I've been
what?
doing a mashup with it where it started. I'd be like, "Ain't this what you came for?" I hate that song.
Right.
Though. Don't you wish you came more?
Hey.
Girl, what you playing for?
What
I
you
hate that
playing
song
for?
though.
Oh, come on.
Come on, let me hit that.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I know you missed that.
Do
Yeah.
What's wrong? Let me fix that. Twist that.
Hey, baby, tonight's the night
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Baby,
Tonight's the night.
we lose control.
Sing it.
Yeah.
I can't deal with him.
Yeah. I go to a lot of karaoke, you know. I'm going to karaoke tonight. But all right, it's on Damien's turn.
Damien.
You gonna
Not
say the star?
tonight.
Do the Star Spangled Banner.
Nah.
Yeah, don't sing that racist ass song in here.
Nah.
Don't sing the part where they talk about the slaves.
No, the only thing you'll catch me do, you might catch me getting drunk and doing country.
Yeah, you are from West Virginia. Do some Thunder Road by Garth Brooks.
What's your
The Thunder
favorite?
Rolls
Damien,
and the
what's
lightning
your
strike.
No,
Like I got that
Damien,
on my
what's
phone.
your favorite country song?
My favorite is probably Charlie Daniels' band, Devil Went Down to Georgia.
How it go?
The devil went down Georgia.
I ain't that drunk.
No, my
You
favorite
think
country
Johnny
song.
I ain't that drunk.
It's a song by Conway Twitty I like that he used to get into, and they always show it on a clip from Hee Haw from on Family Guy, where he was singing it, and it's heated and it hurt, and his face was so soulful. But Conway Twitty was dope, though. Conway Twitty was dope.
Listen, the song that
And that hair was plastic.
The song that you picked, the song that you just said, by Garth Brooks. I have,
Thunder Rolls.
I have that, and I have Papa Love Mama in my phone by Garth Brooks. Both of, and I particularly like that one because I drove trucks. And I almost ran my truck into my
So Damien be fighting the police and getting his country sang on.
He's a black West Virginian. You got to remember
He be
that.
fighting the
He's a
police
black
and getting
West
his country
Virginian.
sang on.
Cultured young people.
Listen, I grew up in West Virginia, man. I didn't leave.
Oh my
You chew
God.
you chew Red Man too?
No. No.
The big red tobacco.
This is the giveaway though.
Yeah, the hat. Yeah.
Nobody else wears.
Because when you walked in and the beard, when you carry gun everywhere, you wear tight t-shirts and you got the hat with the fold over it,
And the beard.
and you chewing gum like you chew tobacco. You're from West Virginia.
Yeah.
You're from West Virginia.
Yeah. West Virginia.
Wear caps.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And you go to rodeos.
He got it.
Ain't going to rodeo.
You ain't going to
You
rodeo.
be rodeoing,
I
Damien.
had a joke, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
But you
Give
go to
it,
gun
give it
shows
to
a
us.
lot.
Give it,
Let it
Damien,
be,
give it
let
to
it
us.
Do you have a lot of camouflage?
Give it to us.
Do you have a lot of camouflage?
I actually do.
You're from West Virginia.
But it's a lot. It's old uniforms though.
Oh, right.
Do
Sis can attest to that.
Do you date family members?
No.
You better not, Damien. You better
possibly
damn not
from,
date your
You're
cousin.
possibly not from West Virginia.
You better damn not date your third cousin.
Listen,
Do you like to go camping a lot?
Yes.
You're from West Virginia.
Are you a hiker?
Yes.
You from West Virginia?
Do you go to places where most of the people in there are wearing cowboy hats or baseball caps like yours?
I have. Yeah.
You're from West Virginia.
Do you F with the Derby?
Who?
The Derby.
In Kentucky?
You know what?
Yeah.
I think
Kentucky
I've been one
Derby.
time. I went to Kentucky
Everybody
State
go to the Derby.
University.
See, like I
Then
think
you're
I
just
was
black.
that.
Yeah, like
That's a black thing, period.
Yeah, that's.
Everybody goes to Derby, and if you don't go to Derby, you celebrate it.
I ain't never went to
They
the
act like the
damn
Derby a
Down in
holiday.
Frankfurt for a long time, so I
I
know.
ain't never been to the damn Derby.
You should
missing
go.
out.
It's very exciting.
I want to
Do
go.
you own cowboy boots?
I used to.
You're from Virginia.
Listen, so when the job that I had in the military, I was recon. So you go on to earn your spurs. You go on what's called a spur ride, which is basically a weekend of hazing. So the spurs look nice on your your
Boot.
regular boots, but they look dope as hell on some like actual real cowboy boots. So that's why I had them. They look great on them.
Well, last question. Do you know the West Virginia theme song?
What is it?
No, I try to forget that.
Good, because you know what? When I was in 6th grade, that was our graduation song for some reason.
Well, what was the damn song? I don't know it. What
West
was it?
Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home to a place where I belong. Now, first of all, I live in Cleveland. Second of all, I'm black. Why am I singing about West Virginia?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I couldn't. There were so many things from Huntington that I tried
Smack
to
them.
forget, from West Virginia period that I tried to forget.
Yeah.
Like I didn't finish high school there. My senior year, I went to a military academy in Kingwood, West Virginia. It was like 200 miles away from Huntington. You talking about up in the mountains, like way back in the cut somewhere that nobody would ever find the body? That's where I was at.
Oh,
Here's one last West Virginia
He
thing.
said nobody would
Do you
ever
give
find
directions?
the body, though.
Do you give directions
The
by
body
telling them to
though,
go
shit.
past objects instead of what road to take?
I actually don't do that, and that's the soldier in me. I hate that though. It's like I'll tell people, all right.
You go about 2 yards down the street, you're going to see a barn. When you see the barn, you're going to go left. Then there's Jimmy. He's standing outside selling oranges.
Oh my
you get
gosh,
them. You
I
see
do
Jimmy. You
that.
get an orange from him. He'll point down the street
selling
over there.
oranges?
You turn left. It's going to be a mailbox that had mail in it, but the mail is all dirty because ain't nobody picked it up in a long time. You're going to go around that. And then you go around that. There's going to be a girl out there sitting down there, and she's retarded, but don't talk to her because she'll.
Listen. So when my mom and them came to see me graduate, because recon school used to be, it's not anymore. That's because they've sissified the military.
Wow.
No.
But
Sissy.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. I got
Because as a soldier, you're going to learn how
But-
to fight, and then they made it to where like, oh, training is too hard, so we have to like ease up. What? You're going to learn how to kill people. But recon school used to be at Fort Knox. My mom and them. This was before.
That's in
the
Radcliffe,
era
right?
It's right past
Elizabethtown.
Yep.
That's Radcliffe,
country stuff.
where my ex is from.
Country.
Oh boy. So getting up there before everybody had GPS on their phone. That's how my mom and them got directions to get to where the gate.
You're looking for West Point. Oh, where? What you got to do?
So if you go there, you go past the third barn, not the second barn. The second barn is the one that's still.
There's going to be a gas station, but there ain't no gas there. If you go by, you're going to see the black guy named Willie. He's going to be holding the banjo. Just throw a rock at that.
He holding the banjo
And
though.
what's crazy was she said that they were like incredibly racist until she said, "My son is graduating today from
West
Fort
Point."
Knox," and she's like, "Oh," the guy's like, "Oh, well, yeah, you go up the road a piece, you go past the second barn, not the second barn, the third barn. Third barn, second barn's the one still standing. Third barn's the one's on fire." Like, what?
Because normally they'll be like, here's a direction. I'm gonna run.
then
I'm gonna have you walk down the street, and I'm gonna run slap over your ass for having your black ass down here. Your best direction is to go back where you came from.
She said not the third bar, but the second bar. You gonna roll over the second bar.
Y'all don't understand how real it was, man. You talking about growing up where people was throwing full beer cans at you walking home from work.
Man.
Oh my God, beer cans.
It's crazy.
It was real.
Poison, you just all over the place. Can't nobody hear you. It sound like you far away, and it's not even getting on the air. So it's just like I don't understand.
My phone about dead
I don't
around
understand
here.
Wicked Witch of
My
the
phone-
Wicked Witch of the vibe.
My phone dead. I got the pee, and we passing the second bar and not the third.
Just for that, we finna take a break and play one song, and then we're gonna end the show. Cause it's going crazy here. It's Halloween.
Happy Halloween, bitches.
It's Halloween.
great.
I gotta play the Jason music. I ain't got no Jason music. But
That's not Jason music, dude.
I know, it's just creepy.
Playing the Sleepwalkers thing.
Right.
Well, one day I'll download. I ain't had time to download it because the internet crashed.
Crashed it. We always
But
having technical difficulties.
it's part of life.
What
It's part
the
of life.
hell?
It's part of life. Poison I.V. Did you just hit me with your black balls?
Fuzzy ball.
You know what?
She got
It's
black
a
hairy
fuzzy
balls.
ball.
She got
Take
black
a
hairy
break,
balls.
Take a break.
It's a fuzzy ball.
Take a break.
We gonna take a quick pause with a call. We here with Shalinkwa Ray
Her name
and
is
Dub
not
X,
Shaniqua.
Dub X the Lieutenant. We in the building. It's the Vibe on Air. Mr. D, Soper Mike King, Poison Ivy the Queen. It's going down. We having a ball. We having a Halloween ball. Don't monkey around. He's campaigning for Chandra Ray. By the way, we're going to play some Donna Lee, Big Jet.
Killer with the smile you can't escape. You told me that you want a taste. Take a ride around my brain. On a big jet.
I'm gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. I'm gonna take you on a trip. You can ride the brainwaves. You're my co-pilot. I'm the captain, babe. Take a peek through my hair, crack rose tinted shades. I'd glide through life on faith. Rainbow dumb in my baby break. Inside I'm all over the place. A smile you can't escape. You said you wanna take. Curious about what makes me me. Away with the ferry. Hardship in the homie. Vibrations don't come up empty. I want paradise, pay bills and peace. Perspective spreads my sanity. Take deep breaths for the clarity. Have the time thinking about your hands on me. Big jet killer with a smile you can't escape. You told me that you want a taste. Take a ride around my brain. On a big jet plane.
I'ma take you on a trip, tucked in a cloud of a brick. Drunk off the taste of your lips, nose diving, you're smiling, you taking a piss. My side's on me once and my mouth's talking shit. The way it feels when your hands on my hips. The way I'm weak, I can't help but submit. Overdue, it's for you, come we're taking a trip.
Take it, pass it right, taking flight. Take it, pass it right, taking flight. I'ma take you on a trip, tucked in a cloud of a rip. Drunk with the taste of your lips. Down beside of my mind, take a dip. Yeah, I'ma take you on a trip, tucked in a cloud of a rip. Drunk with the taste of your lips. Drunk with the taste of your lips.
Let me take a sip of that. Big gulps when I'm trying to drown shit out. We smoke when I need to kick back. Relax with the backstrap. I want to live in your life. Guide you around my mind, man. Welcome to my world. Lost girl. Trying to find a way back. Out of space, she's out of place. Her watch is always set to leave. Dream through the night, dream through the day. Manifest reality. Blue skies, clear seas, ganja leaves, palm trees, yeah. You and I, we palm trees, yeah. Creams and ice, yeah. Smoke rings, yeah. Pick your brain and scream your name. Perfect balance, harmony. Just drop my chaos, bring me peace. Take a ride, just you and me. Take you far away. Leave the face, sweet escape.
Killer with the smile, you can't escape.
It's the Quad, Mr. D. Mr. D. Mr. D. Mr. D. E. The E. The E. The D. The D. D. Double E to the D. The D. The D. E. D. E. E. D. Mr. D. And Poison Ivy, you had to go get something to eat, huh? Your ass always eating and you only wait.
You want a rib?
We back. It's the vibe. It's cold in here. I ain't turning the heat on.
Freezing.
It's finally starting to get cold in Cleveland too. That's a good thing. We here with the lovers. They look like they trying to get to know each other a little bit. So that's how you vibe on the vibe on air. Next thing you know, they're gonna be on there with pictures of each other on Facebook, and I'm gonna see it and I'm like, I wanted her first. Not too long. I'll see you at Story Sunday. Now you gotta beat me. No,
that's crazy.
I know it's not a competition. I'm not chasing. But I might fall into it. Not too long.
Completely over it.
No, I'm just it's the things I say. The comments and views expressed by Mr. D's. Well, they are the concerns. They are the express
disclaimers out.
Yeah, I can't even put a.
Hold on. That reminds me.
I can't even do a disclaimer because it's my show.
I gotta make a disclaimer too.
Oh, good. Let me get the slap ready.
Mr. No, like this some real stuff.
Okay.
Mr. Agents that questioned me. If you guys are listening, I'm just on the show. The comments made earlier about the potential assassination of Trump are not linear with my personal beliefs.
Oh, you talking about poison?
They are not. But guess what?
As far as me
but
personally.
Guess what? Dub said no, and Poison Ivy said kill Trump. Flat out, kill him. Kill his ass dead.
And on that note,
I want Trump's eyeball.
Wow.
I want it.
I'm not involved. Hey, I like orange hair.
I want somebody to come for me.
I'm wearing orange now, Trump.
I won't. But see, Dub is in a different position.
It's called freedom of speech, punk.
See, it is. But Dub is in a different position, so I see where he comes from. But Poison Ivy is not on Dub's level. And Poison Ivy said,
they will come looking for you.
Trump, flat out.
You know they will come looking for you, though, for real. That's
give
really
them,
against the law. That's treason.
And I would give them a piece of this rib
and
some
treason.
of these mashed potatoes.
When you'd have had the feds in your
flat
house
out.
looking through your
That's
stuff.
called treason.
They don't
Poison.
want me. They don't want me.
Yes, they do. If you threaten the president.
And in other news,
they don't want me. Trust me, they don't want me. They don't want me. Anybody kill Trump, they ain't coming for me because I said that. They don't want me.
I ain't even talking about that shit. I see you got me cussing again. I ain't talking about that stuff on the air. Song. We gonna add this to it.
Y'all can keep him alive if that's what y'all want to do. But Poison Ivy said assassinate that. Dub has nothing to do with it.
I'm just playing random stuff. So,
Dub has nothing to do with it.
What's the next song you're gonna be working on, Latoya Ray?
You hollering.
Why do you always have to go there?
I don't
know.
Well, actually,
you know what? And I gotta say that your voice is so sultry when you're talking. You say, why do you have to go there?
You know what? That's not.
It was just like it was like eating a muffin on a Sunday morning, just listening to you say that. Why'd you have to go there?
Actually, the next song that she's going to be working on is going to be something off of a project that I'm doing.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
It's gonna be called.
What?
Work.
It's gonna be called West Virginia.
Dub X.
West Virginia from the back.
Dub Virginia. Dub Virginia.
No.
Yeah, I'll throw you under the bus. I'm just that dude.
Wow.
I'm just that dude.
It just seems that, right now I'm just really focusing on just creating and just it coming from an organic place. I don't want it to be too sauced up or too whatever is out here, because at the end of the day, I want people out there to know there are real singers out there. There are singers who I look up to. You know, they're a real artist versus just people who are marketable and you just pop them up there and get some catchy tune and whatever.
Right.
So
Who do you like in Cleveland?
who do I like in Cleveland? I'm pretty much a fan of everybody. I'm extremely supportive as much as I can be.
But who do you really like?
Poison Ivy.
I love Poison Ivy.
You know.
She has it.
I like Poison Ivy too. It helps you with bowel movements.
You know.
Oh my God.
J Jig. You know.
I am right now really into RAYE. I'm really into everything that she has going on. I'm into Brady Lamont. Brady, amazing singer.
Brady is a nut.
There's another singer, also my voice student, Lady Luck.
Oh, Lady Luck.
Oh, shout out to Lady Luck.
Yeah, she's amazing. We're working together. She's doing an amazing job. She's, as you're eating, she's doing an amazing job. She's really receptive to everything that I give her, and she's going to be absolutely great.
Shout out to Lady Luck.
Yeah, shout out to her. Those are the people who I'm really, really into right now, and I just want to see them grow. I want to see everybody win.
I just want to say, Shan, your voice is amazing.
So you do vocal coaching?
I do.
Amazing.
But what the thing is that I think people get confused with vocal coaching and actually voice training. So the thing is that because I have the classical background, you know, I know how to execute healthy singing.
What's healthy singing?
So what's the difference between vocal coaching and
vocal coaching can be more so for stylistic purposes. So just like runs and no, you good. You good. Runs and as you chew on the mic. God bless you.
All in the mic.
That lets you know it's good. That's what I hear is just this chew. But
big
however,
greasy lips. Go ahead.
Let's carry on. So vocal coaching, because he's clowning.
I'm just playing.
Get out the mic.
Like my whole brain
Go
is
ahead,
like
go ahead,
blank.
go ahead.
But basically, for stylistic purposes, I'm real more so heavy on just the health of the voice. There was once upon a time, shout out to my voice teacher, Dr. Barbara Buck, from South Carolina. She definitely taught me about healthy singing. So I suffer from
break that down for me. What's healthy singing?
Healthy singing is basically you're able to sing all genres of music or use the voice in such a way, or to produce sound and not lose your voice. You notice a lot of
that's what I need to work on.
Hoarse very quickly because they're singing wrong. So if anybody out there has ever told you to sing from your diaphragm, they are an idiot, because you cannot sing from the diaphragm. All the sound comes from the voice box. The diaphragm is just a muscle that helps aids the lungs in actually producing the sound so that you can sustain notes longer.
Does that have to do with singing from your head voice? And
so basically, when singing from head voice is just basically where it resonates from. So each time you sing a specific note, it resonates depending on the person in a different way. So if I'm singing from, depending on my voice specifically, I can have a chest voice, which means that sound is resonating in the chest or in the chest cavity. Or if I'm singing a high note, is resonating in the head area. So, I mean, and when I say resonating, you can feel that small vibration in those said
I got a question
spaces.
for you, Shan.
Go ahead.
Can you teach someone how to sing who does not know how to sing?
So here, this is just my point of view. Okay, I can't speak for everyone else. If you have the biggest battle is just not being tone deaf. If you can hear the notes, you can
repeat the note.
You can repeat the note, and we have something to work with. If I can't get you to hear the pitch, we're gonna have a hard time.
Well, let me ask you this, because I'm trying to always work on singing. I go to karaoke a lot. I'm not a real singer, but I like singing. And I've never been a musician. I really don't know notes, but I can hear notes now. I'm getting better with it. After dealing with musicians all the time. And so what can I do? Because my problem is that if I try to go high, I have the range to. People always tell me I got the range to go high, but when I go high, I kill myself.
These do good until he get drunk. When he get drunk, that's when he can't sing.
You're probably the thing is that with singing higher, it requires more breath.
Okay,
and people don't realize that breath is everything. Being able to breathe is everything. So if you try to go to a high note and you notice that you can't sustain it, it's all about that muscle memory. So I say being a singer is almost like being an athlete. You have to train your body to be able to do certain things.
What's an exercise or practice I can do to get myself into that?
A quick exercise. A quick exercise that you can do is being able to breathe in through the nose for 8 counts and breathe out through the mouth for 8 counts, and being able to sustain it all the way to the end.
That's funny. That's like you said, it's like athlete. That's a exercise we used to do at jiu-jitsu.
It's all about breathing because, like, everything is attached. When you're singing, you're using the vocal box, you're using the lungs, you're using the intercostal muscles. So with all of that happening, it has to be an expansion of some sort, almost like a yawn.
So it was one exercise I was trying to do, where you are doing something like something like that, but you're doing like a scale.
So you're doing a scale.
Yeah.
So essentially, you're doing a scale. I personally think that lip trills are better. So
yeah, that too. I've done that.
So I hate lip trills personally.
Yeah, it's kind of
because
dumb.
it itches.
It itches.
It itches your whole face, but really, it helps you kind of be able to meter out that air, so you're able to keep the air.
It's weird for me because when you go to karaoke, you try to do lip trills at the bar, and you just sitting there like.
You just there spitting.
So what do you do, Shan?
Me personally, what I find that works best for me is I just kind of blow it out the water. So I always start with a simple vowel, A-H-A.
Yeah.
And I just start from middle C and go and try to go on up and try to see where my voice is.
Do you have any children?
I do not have any children.
Because I try to mimic voices, because I try to sound like, see, you just made him just jump up real quick. I'm trying to mimic what I hear. So, like, when I hear a song and I want to try to do it, like, if I hear I want to go to karaoke and try to do it, I'm trying my best to sound like them. But I'm trying to get out of that more, too, because I want to do it in my own voice.
So the thing is that all singing is mimicking, you know, at some point. But at the same time, what's comfortable for you? Because everybody's voice is unique. Everybody has a different sound, regardless of whether you think you can sing or you can't.
And I don't know where I'm at, because in certain songs I could try to go high, but like I said, I'll lose breath. Or some songs I'll be in the middle. And, you know, I used to think I was a baritone because
you just need to suck your stomach in, dude.
So basically,
maybe I need to stuff your wig in my shirt.
Listen, I can't. So basically, the big thing is the falsetto. Has everybody ever heard of that?
Yes.
So I think The Dream made a song
and
about
falsetto.
And shout out to The
that
Dream.
sounded like that's all like back 10.
So shout out to The Dream for making the song, but it's women don't have falsettos.
Right.
You know, that's only common in men, because women, we're known to have softer and higher voices. You know, and you may find a woman like myself who may have you know, a lower resonance to her voice, but women naturally are supposed to speak higher, so they don't have a falsetto. So the song.
Well,
is
what
false.
about Tony Braxton and Anita Baker?
Tony Braxton and Anita Baker, they just have they have range. They're able to access certain parts of their
That's
voice.
like Rachel Farrell.
Or like Mariah Carey with whistle tone.
All those octaves.
Wait, Sean, you said access certain parts of their what?
Of their voice.
Oh, their voice.
Of their voice, for sure. Their range. Me personally, I feel comfortable speaking down here.
Poison, you got some grease on your mustache.
Stop.
That's not right.
I feel comfortable speaking down here. So, you know, whereas other women may feel comfortable speaking in a higher part of their voice. So, I mean, it's all based upon the individual.
So what about Michelle A? She had the high voice of speaking and the lower tone
So
singing.
basically, from what I know about Michelle A, is that her speaking voice, you know, that's a different.
She talk like this.
Oh my gosh, that's a different entity. I can't explain that. That's some type of medical situation that, you know, she's explained time and time after again.
Because actually, one of my exes, she has a higher voice talking too, but she also sings that way because she's a singer too, and she goes to karaoke, and you know her voice is right high. And says, "You're just a lover out to score," but she's higher than that.
So yeah.
But that's like with Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim speak real softly.
I mean,
and
it's
then
just,
she rap like a dude.
But I mean, if you
think she had plastic surgery to her vocal
take
cords.
Chris Brown for instance. You know, he sings very high, but at the same time, when he talks, he speaks in a very in the medium part of.
But he
his
got a
voice.
lot of range too.
He has a
range.
lot of range. I'm actually a huge fan of him. He does great work.
And he the like things that I admire with singers is when they can do all this stuff with the variation of their voice. Like you get like Silk. Silk is one of my favorite groups, and they could do a lot of. You know, like the one guy, he sings the higher pitches, and he'll take it slow, and he'll do all this modulation with his voice. And
so what we would call
dope.
that, so like slang for that would be like runs or riffs, depending on where you're coming from in the country. So, but in classical music, it's called melismas. So basically, it's just notes, a series of notes in one line. So, I mean, that definitely is like sits in the stylistic purpose.
He did a thing where it was singing. It's a song was called "Let's Make Love," and it was like, "Let's make love like the very first time," something like that.
Runs.
And it was like that. I just don't. I don't. That stuff is. I practice that stuff because I hear it and be like, "That's dope."
So what happens?
It's hard
if you knew, because honestly, I knew how to sing like really good.
She actually hits notes when she wants to.
Yeah, when I want to, because it depends on my
when
voice.
When she's just walking around,
but
with her
like,
wig on,
when I was shut up
and her head can breathe.
Shut the hell up. When I was younger, I could sing so good, Chance, so good. But now that I'm older, it's like some days I can sing, some days I can't. What is that?
Honestly, some days you can sing, some days you can't.
Black and Miles.
Stop.
Your mama.
It can be a multitude of things. I mean, what's so interesting about singers is, and the difference between singers and actual musicians. I think we're all musicians, but like, you know, they carry their instruments. So like, if you have like a trumpet, you know, you can't have it sitting out in cold weather or too hot weather, or a violin, you can't have it sitting out in too hot weather. So with a vocalist, you carry your instrument at all times. So although I'm not following the example, I should have my throat wrapped. It's very drafty.
Right.
If it's, you know, you should avoid certain foods and things like that before singing. So like dairy.
So
citrus.
all that damn chicken.
So dairy is not good?
All that damn chicken.
I'm not going to say it's not
messing
good,
up my throat.
It's not necessarily chicken, but it could be just like the acidity, whatever is put into the spices and things. Lemons, people are like, oh, I need to get my lemon juice and stuff like that. It's acidic. So
oh my God, I drink lemon water every day. But it's for my face, though. It keeps my face.
Now, listen, it's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying in terms of how it affects the vocal cords.
Yeah.
I've had a singer, and she used to be with in a group with Quee, with Reagan now. And she told me she drinks hen because it doesn't dry out her voice.
Okay, I don't know about that. But
I've heard that from a couple of singers.
I mean, the thing is with alcohol. If
you're an alcohol drinker,
it has a certain. It burns some things off.
Yeah.
It has that strength to
So
it.
could you get put to a point in your life where you didn't burn so much of your vocals off, you just can't sing like you used
Eddie
to?
Kane.
It can.
Eddie Kane.
I mean, it
5 heartbeats.
The thing is
like
that
this, I wish.
just like with any
or Casey from Jodeci.
Please.
Casey from Jodeci, best up.
Listen, I can't.
But he did.
You can burn your voice out just like you can burn muscle out. You can burn anything out,
and then you can never get it back. Because
You
I
have
used to be able to.
You have to take care of it.
Or you can do what it is that I've done.
What have you done?
And have 13 surgeries to remove tumors from your throat, and it changes your voice drastically.
So you didn't always sound like that.
That sucks.
What did you sound like before that?
You can.
Well, I sounded different before anyway because I purposely, for whatever reason, I get looked at like he's like a really intimidating guy. So I kind of trained myself since I was like younger to kind of speak with a
mellow tone,
like a bit of a higher, because like my voice is
you can't talk
really
like this to people and be that big.
So yeah, like when I do that, like if you catch me early in the morning or at night, or like when I'm real, I just don't feel like it. Like my voice is naturally way deeper, but I started getting cut on in probably 2009. So it's kind of changed my voice and the strength of my voice. I can only talk for so long before it starts to hurt.
At the end of the day, people, it's a muscle.
Yeah.
And you have to be very careful as to how you use it. So if I go and I scream at the top of my lungs for 20 or 30 minutes, I'm hoarse for a few days.
But you know what's so crazy? Some days I talk like real soft. Some days I'm real loud. Some days I'm real like deep. And some days I'm just
I think it's
and you call her in the morning, she sounds like the guy who played Darth Vader.
Boy, shut the
Probably me too. You know, I can't even
Hello.
lie. It can
You
get
call
real
Poison in the morning and be
interesting.
like, hello. I'm like,
I be sexy.
Is your girl home, dog?
It can get interesting in the morning.
Right,
but I
right,
mean,
yeah, right.
It's a muscle.
So you wake up in the morning and be like, hey, what's going on? Y'all want some breakfast?
It can get interesting. That's all I'm
Right.
gonna say.
But you know what they say when you wake up in the morning anyway, you should, before you talk to anybody, they say you're supposed to talk and have some words with some people.
Get some words out.
Get your voice back into to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, get some words out. Definitely get some words out.
But this has been a great show. Damien, I got to ask you some questions, man. So
ask Damien some questions.
So, yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for telling me what to do. So, man, do you teach gun classes or anything? I mean, you're a gun enthusiast, and you know you former military. You have training.
I have 2 Reapers who teach CCW classes.
And let's talk about the Reapers. What are the Reapers?
We are I guess you could call us a defense force.
Mm-hmm.
We consist of gun guys, veterans, fighters.
Okay.
We got guys who, most of our guys carry, a couple of our guys don't. The guys that don't are very skilled fighters. We have a champion boxer, kickboxer on our team. He's
meaning
actually
they'll
my
whoop your
VP.
ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Didn't even pause with it. Yeah, we beat
We
your
whoop
ass.
your ass. Yeah.
we will. I mean, we eat cereal and beat your ass. That's all we do. I
So
mean, if we run out of milk, we might beat your ass. You don't want none of these. We got hands for you. We got hands.
Our whole purpose is to do things like the stuff that it is that we do. Kind of use our skill set to generate money and feed our different programs with the money that is that we generate. So high profile security jobs, escort jobs, things like that.
So basically, if they mess with y'all, they gonna either get, or they gonna have to really just.
So
I'm
for
corny.
anybody listening, don't take that as a threat because I know how sensitive some of y'all are.
Yeah, y'all sensitive. Y'all old pillowcase built ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, our signature, I think, kind of
Pull your skirt up, dude.
Really, the signature that it is that we kind of have, it kind of creeps people out, is we have these masks, and we don't really wear the mask like.
What's these masks, Amy?
What you call it?
Damien.
I thought you called him Davey.
Well, actually,
Damie is your name.
Hold on a second. I just do it like this. It's the quickest way to do it.
He gonna pull up the mask picture.
I want to see these masks.
It's probably one of them skull masks.
These beat a nigga ass mask.
Oh yeah. Them dope. It went black.
Just touch that button on that side.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
I'm gonna put it up here.
But
It looks intimidating.
Yeah. I know. Actually, I seen the one for a friend of mine got one of them masks too. It was like a torture mask. And
Okay.
So
but it's that specific style and that specific style only that we use. Basically, if we have a job that has like if we're in a location or whatever, we have like a sentry. I need guys on sentry duty. The Reapers that are on sentry duty will wear those. But other than that, like if it's some type of where we're moving or something like that, then they don't wear them.
Are y'all licensed?
Yeah.
PI?
We actually have a licensed PI, but everybody else has their opatas. So, but yeah, it's pretty dope. Like I'm really lucky to work with a group of guys who are just no BS.
So you part of the F 'em up team. You roll with the F 'em ups. You be effing them up.
I mean, my team is small. I don't have we're not like a really huge.
Is this the most you ever joked in your life? Because you just seem like everybody just like
No,
y'all just walk around pushing each other, punching each other.
Yeah, I mean the type of guy.
Like
when I go and
how
I
your jaw
joke,
feels,
I kind
son?
of like I'll kind of go in like I one of my things is I don't know if you guys been in an Urban Dictionary and looked up. If you go and you look up scorch mode.
Ooh.
That's my
Your word is scorch mode.
So what is the most fulfillment that you get out of this, out of your position?
Yes, what is the most
right
fulfillment?
Fulfillment
instead of fulfillment.
Fulfill, whatever.
Instead of the proper word.
Shut the hell up.
I worked with kids for 6 years.
Okay.
In the PEP system in juvenile justice. And I had a kid who is probably responsible for the majority of the work that it is that I'm doing now. Kid named Artwan Oliver. I worked the shelter care unit at this place. I'm not even going because I can't stand them.
Don't plug them.
I really can't stand them. Each unit is supposed to have two staff members, and I ended up running my unit pretty much by myself whenever I was there. But we got this kid, goofy ass 16-year-old, just he was, sometimes he'd get on your nerves to where you wanted to choke him, and other times you wouldn't be able to stop laughing. He was just like one of those kids. Shelter care was normally a quick turnover unit, so you have kids there from anywhere from 2 days to a couple of weeks. And Artoine was with us for 3 months because every time he got ready to leave, a new charge came in.
Wow.
In 3 months, we were able to turn him around. He wasn't a bad kid to begin with. He was just a kid.
Misguided.
Yeah. And we recommended that when he went to court that he go be placed in residential, not because he was a bad, he was bad, but we wanted to make sure that the changes stuck.
Right.
And the facility, because the beds were full and they weren't going to get him, they would have to transfer him to another facility. They trashed the recommendation. And 3 weeks later, he was murdered in Cleveland Heights.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
So,
man,
that kid is probably the reason why I do a lot of stuff that it is that I do. Because when you get to a point to where, his mom is asking for you by name when other people are coming. I couldn't go to the funeral. I couldn't. I woke up, stared at the ceiling. I woke up at 6:30 sharp, stared at the ceiling the entire time. I sent something over to one of my coworkers to be read at his funeral, but I couldn't go. And when, everything was going on, she kept asking everybody, where from, the name of the facility. Are you Mr. Parker? He talked about Mr. Parker all the time. And, it was awesome because I still see some of the kids that I used to have, and they're like, hey, Mr. Parker, man, I'm doing good. I ain't in no trouble. I had a job. I'm doing it. And this was one of the kids who you just knew he was going to do something great.
So Damien, when you were 16, what did you want to be when you grew up? I know you didn't know that you were going to come into this. What was on your mind when you were 16?
I wanted to be a pilot. But then I realized that it wasn't going to work because, to actually be a pilot, you needed to be in a plane, and I don't like being in the air. So I said, nah, maybe not that.
Yeah.
So then
I like B.A. Baracus.
Right. So,
18 reference.
I wanted to be a soldier after that.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I wanted to be a soldier or a professional fighter.
Okay.
And I got to tap into a little bit of both.
And I got to tell you, man, I saw the emotion in your face when you was telling the story, and just the change in demeanor, man. And I know that's a rough subject for you, and I don't even have words for it.
So what did that do to you though? When that kid, you found out that kid was dead.
I quit.
You quit.
I left the facility. I never wanted to work with kids in those type of places again because with those facilities, it's very
taxing.
It's the work itself is great.
Yeah.
When you're there for the right reason, but those facilities, the money is more important than the mission. And when you're working with somebody, these are whole lives that you're shaping. Yeah. And these people forget that. They're so worried about what it is that they're going to make. You get people who are tied into this work so deep. One of the guys, and I don't know, you guys probably heard about this, but me and the guy that worked that same unit first shift, his name was Omar Arrington Bay.
What a name.
I'll tell you why the name sounds familiar. Is because after that happened, he kind of cracked. He had a psychological break on one of the units, and he, as a result of that, he lost his job, and then he was killed in custody of Bedford Heights Police Department.
Wow. So,
and he was a fighter, and they settled out of court behind closed doors for like $5 million with his family, because the footage of him in custody, you see him and two officers. One of the officers pushes him. He starts beating the brakes off of both of them. The footage cuts. When it comes back, there are 6 officers, and he's being put in a restraint chair, but he's already unresponsive. He was already dead.
Wow.
So, you know, it affected me in one way and it affected him in another way. But it's, you know.
Man, this is a tough position that you're in, Damien. So, like, where do you see yourself in about 3 to 5 years with what you're doing with these kids and, you know, with the city
Project
and everything
Warzone
like that?
open and rolling.
Yeah.
The nonprofit booming. Reaper team being grown to about 100 members.
But you seem strong enough,
at
right? Yes, Shan.
Even when she blows up and gets big, she got to come back and help me.
You seem strong enough to deal with it, though. Like, you know, God does not put more on you than you can bear, and it seems like you can really do this.
Like
you,
is relative.
This might be your calling. You know what I'm saying?
I keep hearing that, man, and for me, it's kind of weird to hear that because it's, you know. I know it's going to sound crazy to quote something like that, but to quote a comic book like Wolverine, like when somebody asked him to use his claws for surgery, and he's like, you know, these ain't meant for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because that's what my hands have been my entire life. My hands have been, you know, to take somebody's head off if I needed to, or you know, to defend the people close to me, but. You know, I never saw my hands as being something to work to protect, like, just whole groups of people, it's masses of people. And it's crazy now because when something goes on in Euclid, I'm the first call.
You own it, yeah.
It's, you know, I'll get a bunch of messages. Hey, so-and-so's house got run up in by Euclid police, and, you know, can you bring your team out? We need. It's crazy.
But you haven't been broken. You know, like you got so many peers. I mean. You got so many peers around you that have been broken, but you have not. So, like, I see that strength in you, and I just appreciate you as a black man, you know, standing up for our community and our kids and our city and everything. And I just want to applaud you for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And this is pretty much the end of the show here because we went well over time.
Yes, we did.
And
that's what we do when we vibing.
Yeah, you vibe out. And I see y'all. And and I just want to thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate y'all. The fake audience love y'all. And I just want people to, of course, know how to find y'all. So we're gonna start over here with Kalinda. And we're gonna talk with Taquita first, and
Taquita.
Taquita with the inches. And
so many.
I ask them how can people find you on social media and everything. Give out your info so people can find you.
Oh, definitely. You can find me on my Instagram at _ You can call me Shan, CHAN. You can call me Shan, CHAN. Please stay tuned to that for future gigs, just events that you can come out to and just really support. So definitely _ You can call me Shan.
And make sure you check her out every Sunday.
Every Sunday at Swerve with
Swerve
Free Agent Band with Russell Thompson.
And the Free Agents. Damien, where can people find you while you looking for her?
Because I definitely ain't. Ooh, wait, that's a nice picture. So I still ride the hell out of Facebook. So I have, unfortunately, 2 Facebook pages because the FBI and Facebook keep shutting me down.
They own you.
Both pages, Damian Parker, DAMIEN. And the First Team International page on Facebook. If you can't get me on either one of my pages, everything that we do is right there. And on Instagram, Dubx the General _216, the spelled with an A that you didn't get.
Because I forgot. I got it right when I put the Instagram page on there, though.
Dubx General.
Yeah, I just didn't do it on the commercial.
But yeah, so
I'm one man. Goddammit.
if you can't find anything anywhere else, the First Team International page will always have everything important that we're doing, fundraisers, and everything else that we're doing. So
I'd like to thank y'all for coming, man. We really appreciate it, man. It was dope. Chandra, you did your thing. Damien, you cool people, man. Blew it up. Yeah, I'm just playing sound effects. And Poison. What's else? No, just playing. honestly. I love
You know
Poison to
what?
death. I love Poison to death, man. Poison Ivy is the greatest. Next to me. But can you shoot out your info so people know how to find you?
You can find me at FUCK Deeds.
You know you spelled it all the way out and it's still cussing.
Nah, it's ooh, you hit me in my lips, sucker. Poison Ivy, Poizon Ivy, everything. Instagram, Facebook. Holla at me. Yeah.
And she's a witch today.
I am a queen witch.
Which is not different from most days. But I'd like to thank the guests one more time for coming. It was a great show, Poison. We did our thing as usual. You know how we get down. So we about to go out and just thank the guests for coming. Mr. D's the Open Mic King. Poison Ivy the Queen. We over here doing our thing. Hit us up if you want to keep following us on Facebook at The Vibe on Air. Hit us up on Instagram at The Vibe on Air. Snapchat, The Vibe on Air. YouTube, The Vibe on Air. Mixler, The Vibe on Air. The website, www.thevibeonair.com. Twitter. We ain't got no damn Twitter. We ain't even gonna get one. I keep saying I was gonna do it and I ain't gonna do it. Do people still use Twitter?
They do.
I guess. I only got 9 people. No, I think I got more than that. I got 9.
You probably got 8.
I got 9 pals.
You got 8.
I'm Twitter famous for real though.
No, you're not. Oh, yeah.
But we about to here. Catch us next week. The internet will be working. The screens will be working.
Yes,
everything will be dope. We will be rack. We got racks on racks on racks and snacks on snacks on snacks. It's the vibe, y'all. Peace.
You better switch over to my hat. What the hell?
Like the Candy Crush witch. That's why you dropped it. We out of here.